Krill is maniacally laughing still in the car, inducing herself in pure pride of her work, the feeling of control, destruction. And suddenly another bomb goes off. And another. And another. Wait, these weren't mine. None of these were. Wait, what's going on? No. And another goes off so close to them that suddenly the car is surrounded in radioactive dust, blocking out all light around them. Desperately looking to her crew, confused, Krill sees nothing but empty chairs and carcasses, with only little bits of augments exposed. What, did I do this? What have I done? What? See? You can follow your programming. Krill hears a voice from somewhere she can't see. Looking in the rearview mirror, she doesn't see herself, but her old Frankenstein-like body. Proud of you, little shrimp. Now don't be confused. You know what you were built for. You know why you were built, KR-117. Waiting to unleash mass destruction. No, this is not what what? Suddenly the dust bursts through the car's windows and consuming Krill entirely, only to wash away in a pitch-black room, ankle-deep in water. The old mechanical Frankenstein looming over Krill. No. Oh, but can't you see, Krill? You're not a person. You're a tool. You're a big old bomb waiting to go off. And the more time you're wasting on these gadgets and these stupid drones, the longer you're burning out your fuse before you can't help but destroy all around you. Because that's what you are. Destruction. No, I can create. I'm creation. Something you need to destroy to make anew. But I want to make new life, new existence. My work isn't complete. I'm not anyone's weapon. I am Krillian Vosk, the scientist. KR-177 is all you'll ever be. The Frankenstein wraps its mechanical manipulator around Krill's neck, lifting her into the air and slamming her into the water beneath. Create gills then, little crab. Adapt. That's right. It's not in your nature. Thrashing around on the water, she desperately tries to kick and claw the robotic limb, pinning her underneath the water. The strength leaves her as she takes one last final gasp of water, falling limp. The camera focuses on her golden eye, flickering out to black. When suddenly our camera changes to a well-lit room, and we see Krill's sleeping eye suddenly burst awake. And she's leaning over the bomb, barely started, but a feeling of disgust in her at the idea of finishing it.
Are you gonna get sick on that? Because that would be bad.
What happened? What?
You look like you were about to yak all over that.
I thought I completed this. Was it just a... Oh. Krill just kind of shoves the bomb off the table. Nothing in it able to even explode if she wanted it to. I was fulfilling some disgusting part of me thinking I was going to build this. Can we shop the plan a little bit more? I don't think we're ready.
If you don't think we're ready, then we're not ready.
Every bit of my ideas for this was too much. It was too much. I just walked through the worst possible outcome we could have ever had by just listening to that little annoying voice in my head that says, make it a bomb, make it explode, put plasma on it. This wouldn't involve us succeeding at our mission. This would involve us successfully fucking up our lives forever. Or at least I believe it would.
What happened?
I dreamt that I built this bomb to my utmost capability, to our detriment. Oh yeah.
Oh. That's not what we need.
No. Taking down the walls, making that thing topple over. Best case scenario. This would have taken out all of our potential. Clientele, the neighborhood, our individuality as free people. I had the schematics in my head ready to go. And I dreamt what would happen if I played them out. You didn't stop me in the dream, and I know you would have. Patty would have easily been more competent than to just let it happen, and Troy would have easily Googled any amount of what I was working with. Instead, all of you assisted me in causing mass destruction. I don't want to be defined by destruction. And Krill looks up to her drones charging at their ports. This is what I want to be. Making life, creating new possibilities. And I've been stuck at this desk creating tools of destruction. I haven't been out all that much, and all I've done is make doom. Creating destruction isn't creation. It's just one step from tearing something down. I want to do better. I want to be better.
Some things can use a little taking down a notch, but expertly applied.
Make something new, you usually need to take material from something old. Destruction in itself can be creation, but creation can also be destruction. And I think I've had them flipped for the last while. I wanted to reconnect with my drones so badly, but once I did, I was so afraid to lose them again. They haven't come with us on missions, really. They've just been companions. I used to live. I couldn't live without them before, being my eyes, my assistants, and now I'm not even treating them like children, I'm treating them like pets. And that's not fair to them. Their learning algorithms require to get out more. I really just need to come at this from a different angle.
Apparently. Sounds like one hell of a dream.
We fucked up the mission at every corner.
Okay.
I I know we can do better. And that starts with not. And she leans over the table, indulging in this stupid thing.
We need to know more then.
It's one good idea in that stupid dream. We failed at it wholeheartedly. But we attempted to try and make the drones in the shipyard tear it down itself in the shipping zone. We fucked it up. I have no idea. There's no telling if it was accurate to how it could be done. I'm going to say probably not, but I think that's probably our best bet. And maybe control detonations at the pillars of the building to make its roof collapse or something. Nothing big, nothing to take out the whole fucking neighborhood. To cause enough destruction that they go months, at least one, without business.
What was the way we tried in your dream?
We got the call about the kid working there, Alex.
Oh, I meant what you just mentioned, the attempt that didn't work to
We got the call about him,
fiddle the drones.
and
Oh,
we removed him from the station entirely, and Troy tried to, from a distance, connect from a dongle, and Troy took over the entire store, lagging it out. And from my understanding, he wasn't in there more than a minute before security came in. Digital security came in.
were your drones there?
No. I kept them back home so they'd be safe. I was afraid of them getting hurt. Because I am a poor builder. If they're broken, and their main cerebral processor in them gets broken, that's it. I know I can do better on that.
Well, if we're gonna go a different direction, why not start there? Can you send your drones now?
I instinctually, I still am afraid to send them anywhere dangerous, but you know what's a bigger question? Troy, can you hear us?
Uh, one of the monitor screens inside the laboratory flips on, and you see a little representation of Troy. And he states, "Yes, I can hear you, Krill. Is there a problem?"
When you went in there the other day, did you see anything about turret defenses, battle drones, anything of that sort? Like
No.
automatic defenses in the building? None?
No, there are no automatic defenses in the building. The building is only possesses a few camera feeds, or several camera feeds, and some automatic closing doors. There is a private security firm that can respond to them called FlexPrize, but they are not there on site.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna change plans up a bit. Karen, can you drive? No?
If I have to, why?
Okay. We may have to ask Patty then. I think it's time we scope out the building again, properly.
They're coming?
And Krill leans up and goes, "It's all 4 of the drones she has access to leave their charging ports and come by her side." Yeah, they're coming.
That's what we need.
Before we go, though, everyone, up on the table. We're making a backup. Before we go, Troy, can you allot some memory space? I need to make a backup of my drone's neural pathways.
I'm afraid there is not enough memory space on the servers. I am currently running a server diagnostics at this very moment. If we even want to consider the possibility of placing backups for the drones, we will need substantial server upgrades.
All right. Can't be a priority right now, but it will be. They'll be safe today. Okay.
How long can they stay there for?
Without a charging port, we've got if they find a surface to cling to, they can be there for about 2.5 days. But if they're using their hover tech, most 18 hours.
They shouldn't need to hover.
They shouldn't.
Okay.
And Snips here, if he doesn't use his freaking cannons, which I know you don't like to, buddy, but if you don't use your cannons, you're pretty good for like 3 or 4 days. I know. And just the little crab just. They don't use a lot of power. They just, especially Snips, he just likes to sit still and sometimes play music. All right. I'm sorry, y'all, that I haven't been asking for your help. Mom was just afraid she'd lose y'all. We already lost one of you. We already lost D to their own cause. And it's doing its own thing. I can't lose any more of you. Okay? So we're gonna be careful. Got it? Okay. I'm sorry she has been bringing you with her everywhere. We'll figure this out. Not fair to my family. Okay. I'm good to go, Karen. We're good to go. Should
We're
we
all going
cook?
again?
Yeah. I'm sure there's more information you can scrape out of anything. I know you're effective that way. But if you have any other leads you want to follow up on, however we get there, I'm sure you can get dropped off somewhere else. I was hoping either Patty or Troy then could give us a lift in the direction we need to go. I just want to have a speedy getaway in case we trip a sensor or something and the train's not exactly fast.
Okay.
So in that moment, as you're getting ready to leave, camera shifts and it opens up to side of Patty's face, darkness kind of surrounding, and then you see her. As it grays out for a moment, you see the pink to the purple, and you see her rubbing within the gray, bloody red fingers and knuckles. She's rubbing them. You can see the old MedTech armor in this moment. And as she's rubbing them, she's like looking up at the mirror as like a dude with a clearly bruised face with blood congealed around different parts of it, walking by with MedTech armor. And there's no words in that moment, but there's that stare as she's looking directly at him, the pink eye focusing, and he's just walking by, but he stops, gives her an eye, and she kind of like raises her chin in that moment and then keeps walking. And as that happened, the mirror steams up as you see Patty in full coloration. Okay. You got this? Got this. Okay. She wrapping up her hair and then pulls out the bag, puts on her jacket, puts on the glasses, and then just sends a quick message over to Karen and Krill and Troy, heading over. Be there in a minute. And it kind of cuts to just a quick like a sound of like a dollar, like bing, and then you can see the two little flashbangs dingle at her side, and then it's like just about as you're getting ready to leave, she's coming over with a bag, like a sports bag, and oh, well, y'all doing okay?
We're about to head out. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Hmm?
We could absolutely use your help.
Well, no problem. Let me just toss this in there. Door opens up and she just yeets it in there and like, well, I'll get that later. But all right, what we doing?
We're gonna scope out the place again. We're not ready.
No. Oh.
No.
All right. Whatever you want to do. I mean, I thought we were fine, but I'm ready to roll at a moment's fucking notice. So who cares?
We're finally getting to bring the little friends out again.
Oh, shit. Okay. Bit of a touch of the old days, I guess.
Krill had a
They're
bit
part
of
of the
a
team.
exactly.
All right.
Bit of a moment of reflection. We're bringing them with.
The word of reflection, Krill kind of shudders a little. Yeah.
Well, I know they got
Well
that
said.
bottle called Reflection. I didn't realize you were taken to drinking at this point.
Not my flavor. I don't like bubblegum.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, if you're going to go with anything, it's the watermelon, but you know. Anyways, I'll follow you. Just tell me if you need anything. Do you want me to get the car, or are we just walking?
Oh, you're driving.
All right, no problem. And then she
Okay.
just.
I was just gonna say, let's go grab whatever Dalton had for us. What would you call that? Station wagon? Some old clunky thing with a big trunk.
It's a car. And she just tosses the bag in the back and just turns on the engine. Troy staying behind, or what?
Oh wait, I just realized something. Give me 2 seconds. We can't exactly drive with this car.
Is there something wrong with it?
She takes a look at the 2 front broken headlights from the last time it took a spin. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Caboose. I'm looking at you, Caboose.
I would like it to be known this was not my fault. And then just puts the keys away and then says,
These should take 2 seconds for me to replace the bulbs and any circuitry in the back. Just,
replace the bulbs in the circuitry?
the
2 seconds,
system
huh?
that's connecting the bulbs.
I ain't a fucking car mechanic. but I
2
know how to take a
seconds,
minute.
huh?
Okay, not 2 seconds. I am being exaggerated. I am exaggerating. Krill pops the hood, leans in behind the back of them, and gently lifts the wiring system up to see if any of its back system is broken, any of the connecting wires.
Caboose. Give me a roll.
Oh no, that is a negative one.
Fuck you!
Have fun.
And have nice
Wow.
things.
This thing's completely crushed. It's not salvageable. Just wow.
Patty's got a flashlight overhead. I mean, it's not the worst.
Oh, it's not the worst, but wow, how did you shove a bulb into its back system so harshly? All right.
There's just one bulb? There's 4 holes now.
Yeah. I have no idea what Troy hit, but damn.
Leaning over back to the base. Yo,
Technically,
Troy,
neither does he.
stop being a fuck up. I love you.
Technically, isn't a reply since
Kettle.
there isn't anything he can use to reply in the garage.
God damn it, he doesn't. Can't hear me from the fucking. Okay.
All right.
I thought-
Krill is going to put on some gloves. She's going to also disconnect the battery before doing this, just to be triple sure. And going to carefully unscrew the screws that are holding the wires down to the main light box.
Patty's just handing whatever tool she wants in that moment, not interfering, but helping.
Do I need a roll, Kai?
Yep.
Give it a +1 because Patty's helping with the tools.
If that's the case, that's an 8 total.
Yeah!
Krill, masterfully and carefully, using her old toolbox that Patty is so nicely holding up for her, screws off the wires connecting to the light boxes and lifts the mechanism out. Okay, bulb screwed. I should be able to make a new one, replacing the gas in it will be a little bit harder, but I think we've got some neon laying around here somewhere that could work, at least enough to be considered street legal. But it'd actually be a huge help. Patty,
Hmm.
You know these things are like $5, right?
exactly. No, exactly. Patty, could you just hop on a bike and go grab us some new car lights? Literally any mechanic shop, any hardware store,
Just
all of them will have them.
flex open Duckett's Google closest mechanic shop, and just pulls the bike out, gets the helmet. All right, I'll be right back.
Please do.
All right.
I'm gonna go make 2 more of these proper.
All right. What am I looking for specifically again?
3.5 halogen bulbs.
All right. 3.5.
What?
What's the make and model of the car?
That actually doesn't matter.
I don't know anything other than when you take stuff to the store, you tell them what it is, and they'll tell you what to put in it.
Just for the purposes of something like this, if you can't be correct, then just
Don't say anything.
hand wave it and hand Patty a note with, here, I've written it down for you, Patty. Here you go.
I love that.
Halogen bulbs are already being phased out in our era. They'd be long gone by this era.
Just walks into a mechanic shop. I
and
need
the-
these.
yes.
What the fuck is a halogen?
Yes, and the make and model of the car matters not really that much for the purposes of this. So in this, just hand wave it by passing the information off in some form or fashion, so you don't have to be specific.
Okay, fair. Karina did kind of just say the bulbs that she bought for her own car, because at least they were bulbs.
Yes, it's just safer to
Okay.
abstract it.
Go get us H7 fitting bulbs. The best ones they can get. They'll still be cheap. Just get us the
Alright.
bright ones.
Okay, wrote that down. Cool. I'll see you in a minute.
Here, actually, you know, Krill just gives Patty the broken one. They'll be able to point this out for you in a second.
Okay. Just puts it in the bag, make sure it's nice and snug, and then just pulls out, going for a roll.
I'm
I'm gonna
going
go fix this.
I'm going to streamline this for you, Patty.
Yep. Just quick hop in.
Narrate as you want, whatever you will. Consider the trip uneventful there and
Mhm.
back.
Yep.
So
It's just panel cuts.
Handle it.
Basically, Patty rolls out. You can see a little bit of the rev of the engine, and then it cuts to her stopping outside of if any of you from down in the south know 8 Sparky, it's the 188 brr, and then the noise of the actual Sparky just dies in that moment because it's like an old fucking jingle that got cut off in a long time ago, and then it just pops in, door rings, gets the bulb, pops back out, and says, "Well," as she's rolling back into the garage now. "I mean, here you go. Here's the two new bulbs."
Thanks so much. Kai, do I need to roll for making the new light boxes? Or with that 8, can I say she understood the mechanism behind it well enough too?
sure.
Sweet. They're not Krill Tech. There's nothing fancy about them. They are just a new one. Putting it in, she screws the wires in carefully, making sure her hands are gloved when she screws the bulb in, and then reconnects the battery. Give her a rev.
All right, just put the little gas on, and then just see if it turns on. Seems fine. Turns a whole part to turn on the light bulbs. Seems fine. All right, we're good to go then.
Yes.
All right, just
Yes, we
quick,
are.
just quick thing as Patty like lines up the codex in front of the light bulbs, takes a quick snap of it, and then sends it to Troy. Thanks for helping us replace this. Smiley face. And then just opens up, puts it in drive. All right, let's head out. And just takes off. Gonna make another roll here.
Krill sits in the back, and all of her drones pile in next to her.
That's a -1. That's a 0. So
You pull out and immediately damage one of the headlights on the wall opposite you.
on the wall, not the car. Okay, that's what matters here.
A headlight is not mounted on a wall.
Well,
Although
I heard
it is-
light. I didn't
although
hear,
it is
I didn't
now.
hear headlight. I didn't hear headlight. Okay, I heard light.
Although
Okay.
although now it seems to be resting upon the wall.
Patty.
I don't see what's the problem. We're just gonna keep going. And she just,
I hope you sleep well at night. I really hope you do.
I fall asleep
Next time I
drunk.
get-
Does anybody actually notice the light?
Well, I'm sure we noticed one of them not on now.
Oh.
Okay, I'll roll for notice if you want me
I'm
to.
fine with them noticing. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's fine. Patty already has a streak of fuck ups.
I got a +2 in total.
-1.
I don't know the issue at all. I don't know what's going on as she just turns around the corner and keeps pulling off, starting to head down. So are we just making our way all the way to Home Emporium, or are we stopping a little bit before as she's just following the traffic lights? So far, the drive is fine. It's just that turn off just instantly fucked her.
Let's at least park a couple blocks away. No
Alright.
need to make
Yeah,
this car
we can-
known in the area.
Can you...
More than it already is.
Okay, cool. As they start making, just whenever I get pretty close, just tell me when to turn. And she's following the lights, just stopping bits and pieces. There's one moment where she kind of hits the line, almost hits a guy, but then just stops just in time as the Duke flips her off and then just keeps walking. And she's like, and then eventually...
Krill is desperately clinging on to the little hand bar atop above the passenger window.
Yeah, you're desperately clinging on as Patty's driving 25 miles an hour. So it's like the worst driving at the slowest speeds.
Yeah, that's what's scarier.
Yeah.
That's what's scarier.
Yep. But as they eventually start to get, lights up a couple blocks away and sees a little parking lot, sees a little paid toll as she pulls in, says, all right, well, just runs a couple creds on it. We should be good for like an hour.
So what are the
Calm.
3 drones that we have with us again? It's Snips.
We've got... So Snips is the only non-flyer, but is good for defending us in case anything happens. But we've also got Chip. We got Chip, Sugar, and Trix. The moment as Krill says their names, Chip just kind of does a little like spin. Sugar kind of bashfully tries to not make eye contact with anyone. And Trix just does like a little thumbs up emoji the moment her name is said.
As like they're getting out, Patty leans over to Karen. Can robots have autism?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I don't know. It's like a human thing. I don't know if they come with it. But
We made them.
yeah, but they're still robots. Different people. Shit. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter.
And what people are closest to robots anyway? Chip,
Well, just
do you think
Krill's
you
just-
could maybe like
sorry.
hop up high and
Give us an aerial view, please. Yeah, Crill's just kind of looking at you during that conversation, like, "Yep." All right, Chip, go on ahead. And at that moment, you kind of see Krill's LEDs in her eyes kind of just fade in tone a little, as she's not actually looking through them, as she's seeing through Chip now. What are we looking for?
Good places for the other three to hang out. And Chip.
So Chip's gonna fly along the main drone traffic that's already there, because we've well established there's always some sort of like drone way going on, right, Kai?
Mhm.
Just makes its way to the home emporium, and isn't trying to find any corners. Is just trying to act like any other drone that would be in this space. As it goes in through the back shipping zone and just takes a look.
Is Karen seeing this in any way, or?
Do you want to?
Yeah?
Okay.
We-
Krill sends a feed
yeah,
to your. Krill
I'm
sends
gonna
a feed to your
I'm gonna
codex.
need that to happen, not in meta.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Since we're sending Chip out to look around, it would be useful to see what they're seeing. Maybe we could work to decide on what would be good places for them to hang out then.
Yeah. So I'm sending Chip in the back door, and he will hopefully be. He's
Why?
gonna look out for some
Wait.
spaces.
Why are we going in?
That's where we want to have it scoped out, don't we?
We want to
Oh,
scope the
Patty
building.
chimes in. We could just watch from a fucking building. We don't need to fucking go inside. Like, this is recon shit. Just stay on the outside, watch from a distance. Don't get caught. Hide in the shadows. Like, what?
Okay.
Hide on the side of a
thought we-
building, not
Yeah,
where
this
they
is
are.
like, oh, I'm gonna go kill a guy, and I'm just gonna walk right into his fucking house.
I just wanted to get some insight on how their drones themselves were working too. But okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
We got Troy if we need that. You don't need to do that side. Just keep eyes.
Yeah.
Except for if Troy looks in there, he's gonna likely he can trip their sensors. If a
Yes.
drone's in there, that's just eyes inside.
No, if you're not part of their crew, if they notice you're not part of their crew, dead.
Hey Kai, how many drones that are not part of this building coming and going in there?
About 3.
So, drones that aren't part of the building are expected. Hanging out, might catch some flags, but they're not tripping anything by existing there.
Do you want to risk being tripping anything by existing there?
It is flying through and leaving. It is not sitting in there. It's just trying to scope stuff out. Okay, I'll tell Chip to head out and land on a lamppost or something.
Okay, I'm just going to relay this in human terms. If I'm walking on someone's turf, I could sit there for a second, but they're looking at me. And then the minute I stay there longer than a second, they're either coming at me, killing me, or doing that. Just stay on the outside. Don't go inside.
Chip, aboard. Head back outside. Thanks, bud.
What I think would be nice to do with our little robotic friends, since they don't need to eat or sleep or worry about losing attention, is have them hang out around here and watch. Be as inconspicuous as possible. So,
Little eyes in the
observe
sky
in
kind
the
of shit.
building, not in the building. We know what the inside mostly looks like.
We have not seen that shipping space or any of the back rooms in any detail, but okay. Chip, go find a ledge on one of the buildings adjacent to the Emporium and get a good view for us, please. The drone oodles up, and sits down.
What time of day were you envisioning this being?
Probably at this point, just a bit before noon.
I was thinking too.
Okay. So I'm gonna interject. What I'm seeing in chat, you guys should plan. Like I'm not saying like this should be happening between your characters. Right? Like this sort of feeling out like, oh hey, should we check this or that or this or that sort of thing should be what's happening between your characters, because that's a big part of a heist is the planning.
No.
And so that should be part of what you put at the table, is that sort of like, let's figure this out. What are we going to do? Right?
Yeah. All right. So Patty's turning to Krill. So you've got your drones looking around right now. So
We got
looking
a
at-
drone out there.
okay. Are we putting like all three at different spots, or are we just keeping at one spot?
I don't know right now, because at this point, we've got a decent view. Chip can see, let's say, the shipping entrance, but he can't see the walk-in entrance, but he can see the shipping come and go. Watching the activity. We're not going to collect that much data just watching them. Like, we can leave Chip here. But
That's
what exactly?
the key. We want to see anything that happens. If Flex people, what are they called?
Flex Prize and
If
the
Flex
context
Prize
people.
actually comes by, maybe they stop in.
I mean, I ran with them a bit a while ago and like ran a cop shit, so occasional. They don't really they've got like patrols out sometimes, but more anything they're like on deployment, so you're not going to see a whole lot usually in the field. So like maybe a car or two.
Just I don't like sitting for a day watching a place. I will stop watching the place very quickly, whether I want to or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Our friends here are a little better at that.
yeah,
It'd be great to leave them for at least a day and see what happens here over the course of a day. And then we know. If nothing happens, nothing happens. But right now, we don't know.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm curious, Krill. When you got your drones out, can you send them a command and have them fly all the way back home?
I can. I usually need to signal hop if they're not within my direct range, but yeah.
So you could just say when you're done, just have them return to a spot, meet up there, or just have them return home,
I
depending
would
on how
rather
quickly.
I'd rather preload any commands like that before we go, just in case there's anything that happens and we don't notice it.
All right. How quickly do you get your feedback? Like what's the distance as you get further away?
Receiving information pretty quick. The difficult more thing is overwriting any preset commands.
All right.
Or, because keep in mind, and I feel like this might not be the best understood, these aren't robots. Robot is a derivative term of the word slave. That is to follow your exact order. These little friends are closer to androids. Artificial beings. Chip can get bored too. And so, I'd like him to know how long he has to sit still and be patient before he, gets too bored and makes a decision for himself to go do anything else. If he knows how long he has to sit, maybe he'll be good. But
Okay. So
they're
robots
not.
racist, android is better. Got it.
Robot
I've
is a slave built for a purpose.
I thought it was just meaning
Okay, just
whatever.
so I can keep track of things.
Oh, look, we finally got the drawing!
No, this isn't the master drawing. I just sketched this really quickly.
No, I'm gonna be honest, Kai. We wanted just that simple thing weeks ago, and we had like a 40-minute argument amongst ourselves trying to figure it out by the description. And I'm gonna say something. My original sketch was closer, y'all. My original sketch was closest, and y'all made me change it 4 fucking times.
It's a truncated square.
Yeah. And it slowly turned into a squashed, 6-sided gem shape.
Yeah, no.
Because people kept arguing.
Ingress, egress. Customers go in and out. Okay. Loading bay. And the customer drone loading on the side. This is where people pull up and the drones load their heavy appliances. This is where things get dropped off. All right. So you've got Chip in position. Where do you have Chip in position?
Chip is looking at that bottom right corner from the street.
Okay. So the customer drone loading.
Yes.
Okay.
He's probably seeing from this angle, he might be able to catch just a bit of the front door, but
Okay.
it's mostly aiming at the customer loading.
All right. So essentially, this is where the street that Patty and Karen visited. So he'd be perched on the back of, say, a neighbor's bar would give you that view.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
We know where neighbor's bar is adjacent to the building, so yeah, actually, yes, very much so.
All right. So Patty is like, all right, cool. Robot racism. Got it. So Patty's looking over at Karen.
I've thought of something.
Okay.
We have 4 drones here.
3.
3?
Yeah, Snips
Well,
didn't
we're
come
down
because-
1.
Yeah, it can't
We're
fly.
down 1, and Snips can't fly. Okay, so we've got 2 available.
Look, I'm stupid. I can count
So-
to 3.
Chip in back. Snips watching out front. And the wild card. Would it be possible for them to understand following someone who leaves? Say, Alex.
Glad we already sent Chip. Chip would not be very good at answering that command. Sugar's a little shy, so she probably wouldn't, but Trix is really smart in that way. She probably could. If we had D with us, D, it was the absolute best at observing and following people, sadly, though. That was its specialty.
I mean, to be
Would
fair,
it
if
be
you're shy, you can
possible
soccer.
as well for them to check in? For them to say, hey, Krill, can I follow this person?
How many times are they going to ask to follow people?
Yeah, that could be an endless stream if we don't define what we're looking for.
Yes.
Um,
We know of 2 employees, Alex and
Jamie.
Jamie. Yes, the J. is
I
in there.
have seen Alex, so I can give them the internal footage that I've stored for meeting Alex. So at least they can confirm that identity. Jamie, however, I have never seen. And so the only thing they could go off of is the neural implants on the back of the head to upload to the center to go off of. And those aren't, don't get me wrong, they've got some pretty high-tech ones. Those aren't like the most uncommon things, though. A lot of careers would use it here and there. God forbid a netrunner walked into that store, they would mistake them for them in a heartbeat.
Okay. Do we know what either Alex or Jamie look like? Because I've never seen.
We've
either.
met
Oh,
Alex.
we met Alex.
Okay. I have no idea what they look like, so I'm just working what you told me. So.
There's also the owner, if they come around.
Do they come around often?
Well, to be
How would
fair,
we
we
know?
saw how many
That's
ads
why
of him
we
on the
have
train?
recon.
That's
yeah,
fair.
actually, just quickly look up what is the guy who owns Home Emporium like. I look up Home Emporium owner. Who's the face that shows up? Just
I mean, Flash Thompson, you've seen the ad.
yeah.
like,
I know. I was just saying. And then it's just like, all right. I mean, we could just say, like, to whoever follows stocks people, just hey, this guy. If you see him, just keep an eye on him.
Hey, Trix. This is going to be a bit of a more tough one. Are you willing and comfortable doing a little bit more of a dangerous job? We need to scout specific people. Could you watch the coming and goings of the doors to see if either of these 2 people come through? I need your consent before I ask you to do this properly. Because this one's dangerous. Just as Trix gives a gentle nod, not even using her hologram, just a gentle nod. Krill uploads the face of Flash Thompson and Alex. It says, if you see a face that matches this to 95% accuracy, please contact me. And I'll confirm if this is the target or not. And you must, as stealthily as possible, follow them. And I want you in stealth mode. No whirring loud, no big engines. You're going to be as quiet as possible. And if they get in a car and drive off, don't start chasing at full speed. Take the picture of their license plate, and we'll try and track them down from there. Here's their faces. And from Krill being in the safety behind the car, I'm going to use my stealth protocol and give myself a bonus to stealth rolls because I am in cover while launching this drone. So they'll have a stealth bonus.
they have a stealth bonus when you're launching them, not in subsequent actions.
Can't blame me for trying. All the same, she still does that because they're going to have to get closer to the door. So she launches them stealthily and sends Trix to hide under one of the lamps in the parking lot.
Will you be able to find her if she wanders off somewhere?
Trix?
Following someone?
Yes. Unless Trix choosingly turns her own tracker off like Dee did, I will always know where they are.
Just want to make sure we know where she goes if she wanders off, like we asked.
Mm-hmm. Chip, you watch this building for 8 hours. If you're good and you do all that for me, we will give you an incredible defrag hand scrub down, which is one of your favorites. And you know what? We'll
Why
even
only
discuss
8
those
hours?
upgrades you wanted.
Why only 8 hours?
Because I don't want it to get too bored and just disregard me. It still can.
If we're planning this, are we doing this the next day?
No. We can always gather more information if we need it.
Okay, so how long do we
Karen,
want to spend?
Karen, do you really need it to be more than 8 hours?
I was hoping for 24.
Okay.
I mean, as long as you got the feed, you should know if they're in danger, and if they're in danger, shit, we can figure it out. But like, if they're
Like,
just gonna be sitting
if
there,
they're gonna wander off, next time we'll just bring a stationary camera and then they can place it, and then we will take them home. Do you want to do that next time?
Actually, yes. I'll be honest, yes. Chip,
Okay.
fine. Can you do 12 hours and then we'll shift change you? Can you do me that? You know how to get home. And we know your location safely now. So if you do me 12 hours, someone will give you a shift change. Sound good, buddy? And Krill. And Karen, because you were connected to the feed. You can hear just through your feed a little, okay, as it plops down in idle mode, just recording and sending feed. Okay. Drone setup.
Okay, who all do I have where? Frankly, I don't even care about who. I just need to know what's
Rick's
being
number
covered.
3 is in the parking lot. Chip number 1 is on good neighbor.
neighbor's bar.
Those are neighbor's bar. Those are
Okay.
the only drones out right
Okay,
now.
that first one. Where is it?
Rick's safely nestled and connected to underneath one of the lamps in the parking lot,
Okay.
facing the front door.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all, I'm scared.
It's fine. All right, Patty's looking over at Karen. Do we want to send the third out? What are we doing here?
All 3 are out.
Well, she's got 2 out right now.
No,
All 3 are
Sugar's
out.
still here. No, Sugar is still here.
Okay, send Sugar out. Why are we? Why do we have the? All right.
Where do we
Wait,
want to
there's-
place Sugar? There's 3 flying drones, 1 walking drone.
All right, if we're given one view of one spot, then we want to see the other door that we're not covering.
One in the front, one in the back, and then one to follow.
One that is following is at the front. But okay.
Well, they might leave, so
Yeah.
redundancy in
Okay.
the front.
Okay, Sugar. I know this scares you. But can you please find a view that you can see the front of the building a little and see if any trucks, now hear me out, any trucks coming and going from the back? No? You can't be the opposite corner of neighbor's bar?
I mean, that's you absolutely could. I mean, getting a view. What are you attempting to do? Because from my understanding of the redundancy aspect of this, you're attempting to duplicate Chip's view. I'm sorry, Trix's view.
Aaron just wants a second pair of eyes on the front door. Okay, if we don't need the truck shipping door, we can have a second one on the front door, Karen. But Snips here. You're looking at maybe 1 kilometer an hour in walking speed. He's not setting up anywhere comfortably and stealthily. So we need to physically move him and put him somewhere nice. Or we use the 3 drones we have.
Yeah. How good are his cameras?
He's got 5 okay cameras. Chip's got the largest wide-angle, almost semi-fisheye lens. Trix has got 3 detailed cameras. Sugar's got 1 wide-angle camera and 1 detail camera.
Can Snips zoom in at all, or is it just normal camera?
Snips's cameras are mostly there just for its own maneuverability. Snips can look through other drones' eyes so that it can target its cannons. So it doesn't need to look all that much itself. Its cameras are really good for detecting a distance, how far it is from something. That's the best skill it's got. It's got great depth perception.
Okay.
So if we want Snips as the redundancy front camera, we can do that.
That's probably the better option.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where we put him that is safe.
I mean, the problem comes is if he can't fly, then basically we're having to put him on the ground level, right? So that's either going to be in some alley or like hidden in some spot that nobody's going to be looking at.
Is
we
he
just put
able
him on
to
a trash
scale
can?
a wall?
No.
Okay.
He's
That's
not a spider
curious.
bot. He's got 4 heavy, clunky legs under him. He was the first one. He was the first one I built.
Okay. Well, let's get him some
He's a
spider legs
clunky
for
boy.
the future.
Pardon?
Well, we can get him spider legs for the future. Put that down the road.
This man, the cannons on him require a lot of bracing. It's why he's got such heavy legs, is so he can
Okay,
lock
cool.
down.
It's whatever. Just let's go find a spot for him, set him there, and then we'll figure out where to go from next.
If we can't find one, we have the whole place covered. I think
Yeah.
we're probably fine.
All right. Patty picks up Snips. All right. I'm just gonna start finding a spot. Try not to enter into the spot, but like enter from an alley. And
Sugar, please go get that last door we can't see on the far end. We're gonna try and find a spot for Snips. Thanks, hun. Sugar looks absolutely terrified as she's shaking and flies away.
So-
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt.
So again, I ask because previously Sugar was duplicating Trix's lamp coverage of the front door. Where is Sugar being positioned now?
She's now going to the back wall to see the loading, the like shipping loading on the back for the large semis.
Patty's just kind of walking up, trying to avoid the main street, just passing through in this moment, trying to keep out of like the direct cameras of Home Emporium location. And she's just walking forward, just kind of just holding Snips in her bag in this moment, and just starts making her way forward. Is there like a alley or like a way that could connect to the front door, but like not be directly in the main street?
You mean connect to the front door?
Words. Okay, I meant being able to see the front door without being directly next to the main street?
Not really. To be perfectly honest, the distance that you're going to be working with is a full parking lot and vehicles in the way and a road and then more buildings. Like you, at that point, it's getting tenuous.
Yeah.
Views of the front of this building are becoming strained.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any cones? Any traffic pylons?
Nope.
Motherfucker, I was hoping to Toy Story this.
Addie's just got her palm open, so not looking like a real good spot. Is there like, following this main area then, is there like a dark spot that's hidden off to the side that basically Patty could place them and kind of like cover over them so they could keep eyes without being seen by people passing by?
I mean, realistically, you could probably put them down at like, you know, in an alley garbage pile, but you know,
Yeah. Patty's just sending it a message to Krill. Okay, she mutes in that moment. Okay. Alright. Hello? Krill?
What's that?
So coming from this main road, problem comes is there's not really a good spot. I could put a bunch of trash over Snips, and so they could just sit there and watch, but like, problem comes is they're a bit of a risk exposed position. Are you fine with that risk, or do you want me to take it back?
He's the only one with self-defense capabilities, but that doesn't sound promising.
Addie's just got her comm open, showing kind of the perspective of the building in this moment. I mean, it's a decent angle from here. The problem comes is covering properly, you know?
How much trash is around you? How well can you carry this bot?
I mean, as she's kind of looking around...
I will let you roll for stealth.
Yep, we're rolling for stealth. That's a -1. I have no stealth.
There's some random detritus, but
Yeah.
nothing that like actually like covers the bot, like the full body of the bot.
Yeah,
Like
she's just giving the full view of the comm in this moment. That's about as much as you're gonna get from me, because there ain't much around here.
there's like a half-eaten pizza slice placed on top of Snips.
Yeah, just
Krill looks to Karen. So, how confident are you feeling about that one?
As long as he doesn't get thrown in the trash.
He's already in the trash.
I mean, garbage truck.
I am sadly more confident in that if someone picked him up and put him in the back of a garbage truck, that back of the garbage truck is going to explode. But that doesn't do great for cover.
He knows to get out if that starts to happen, right?
No, I mean he would blast his way out.
I hope he'd move before that.
yeah. Okay.
It's not
Can-
very
can you
stealthy. This is a real possibility of a trash pile getting picked up by a garbage truck. He knows to move, right?
Patty's listening on the other end. Can you just give him like a set of commands saying,
You can tell him yourself he understands you, Patty.
"I'm not connected to his system right now"?
Talk to him.
All right. She turns Snips and says, "Okay, buddy, look. You're gonna be chilling here. It's kind of exposed. Should be fine for now. But if shit starts happening, send a quick message to Krill. say you're giving out and telling us where you are so we can know what's going on. And she's like kind of pointing at this like android, and she's like, hey, okay, just keep an eye on that spot, and if you hear anything, get out. That is like a trash truck or someone trying to mess with you. Just get out. Just do that, okay? And just holding up the thumbs towards Snips as it's like probably clipping its claws. All right, cool. I'll see you later, buddy. And just starts walking away. Was that fine? Do I need to give any other commands?
No, there's nothing better I can do. I just don't want to be very far away now.
Well, you're going to have to be far away.
Next time, we're just bringing cameras and throwing them at buildings.
This is what
Cameras
happens.
are cheaper to lose than my family, yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give semi-autonomous people to missions.
So while all this is
Y'all are
occurring,
making me regret this.
while all of this is occurring, what's Troy up to?
Well, I'm seeing as Troy suddenly has a little bit of extra downtime during all of this, while the women folk go out there and argue.
Wow.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true.
I had to. It was just there. I had to.
Even robots are sexist.
Sigma male Troy.
Can't even
Based
figure out how to like fight battles though.
based Sigma male Troy arc.
I mean, we did make him.
Not the worst, not the most cancelable thing we've done on this show so far. With the bit of downtime that Troy has while everyone else is just kind of setting up surveillance and stuff, Troy's doing some much needed maintenance on the servers. That is what I was referring to, yes. As he just kind of works around, he's beginning to find out just kind of how crappy the server is. It's a lot more bare bones than he expected it to be. The amount of tools provided with it are either non-existent or just could be a hell of a lot better. So Troy is beginning his practice for creating tools. And the first one he's going to create is, I don't know, I guess kind of a defragger-like device. Just patching up fragmented data all around the server. As he works, he takes apart some code that he's found on the server and crafts it into what appears to be a glowing golden hammer. Do I need to make a roll for that?
I want to know what this hammer does first before I dictate a roll.
So the form that this fragmented data is taking resembles paneling that is loose and falling off the walls of the servers. Trying to think like what would be the technical IT term for this, but nothing's really coming to mind at the moment. I don't know. It's a general defragging tool. I actually have no idea how defragging works, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, so let me help you then. File fragmentation really doesn't occur anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of showing your age a little bit.
I am.
Function.
It's been a while since I've done IT work.
Yeah, it's not even like in the future sort of situation. Fragmentation, really, we've come a long ways for file system storage since the 90s. And so there really isn't a need for that. Now, if you'd like to sort of like narrate and retcon this into a position of sort of general cleanup and elimination of orphaned files, because that certainly still occurs, that as things are uninstalled, uninstallation process and removal processes leave behind artifacts of their installations. So there's always some, some orphaned DLL hanging out somewhere. There's some .dat file hanging out somewhere. There's some sort of folder structure that probably got left behind that didn't get swept up in the uninstall process and the deletion process, and user files just sort of pile up over the ages of using a system, sort of territory. So if you'd like to make your hammer into a broom,
just retconning that slightly. Troy, kind of basing off of just what he knows in terms of like his butlering program, sort of just kind of uses that for inspiration as he notices a bunch of orphaned files and cluttered data and just useless junk information that doesn't really need to be there, is taking up space it doesn't need to, and just kind of waving his hands and weaving together some data, he creates a big glowing broom in the form of just a general kind of cleaning program.
So I want 2 rolls from you then.
All right. First roll is a -3, and the second roll is a +1.
So one of them is a crafting roll.
All right.
One of them is an investigation roll. Because you are looking through this system. You are looking for things to delete. You are looking for things to clean up out of this system. And one of them is your ability to do so. Right? Most things get deleted pretty easily. Some things do not like to be deleted, especially if there's still system calls in place for that file. Then you'll find that, just telling it to be deleted, you run into an in-use error very quickly. So, Troy is able to start this process, but very quickly sort of runs into the dilemma of that this isn't his system, and that you're still unfamiliar with at least the overall nature of this particular operating system, this particular server installation. You're not entirely sure at this point what can be deleted and what shouldn't be deleted. Right. So Troy's, starting the process of, sweeping up, and there's some obvious things that he can certainly, start tackling right away. There's a lot of user profile stuff. There's a, sort of recycle bin territory of just ancillary files. You could certainly, start looking for duplicate files, but Troy would very quickly run into a hurdle of what about all of these potential orphaned files within, sort of this, the application installation within the root of the operating system. Is everything in this user profile for Swain's old user profile necessary to keep? Should I be keeping these sorts of things? These are the questions that Troy starts running into while he's trying to clean up and gain some resources, some storage resources at least, in this system. And possibly memory, like RAM resources as well. Are these necessary services? Are they, can I throw this service on disabled? Is this just an artifact of the operating system's normal behavior that we could probably kill off and, get a little bit more, processor and RAM out of? So Troy very quickly finds that he's having to cross-reference things, and this is going to slow him down greatly in this process. Okay, what does this service do? What does this file do? And he has to individually go and check that and see should I, can I, and how do I, sort of questions for a lot of stuff.
All right. Just as he goes by and stuff, he picks up every once in a while. Some file doesn't want to get removed for some reason. Something about the registry says that this is an important file. And he tries to trace down a line, and suddenly there's just this line going to all sorts of places down this route, so he just puts it back, and then he's just going to have to get to that one later. First things first, just do what he can. And he continues along for, I don't know, a few minutes, a few milliseconds, whatever translates to time at this level of the of where he is. And he begins to pull up a list he pulls up the task manager and sees what the hell is even running on this stupid fucking thing. What the hell's taking up so many resources? He knows there's not much, but man, even his hallway program that he just, reiterated to make it a lot less bulky shouldn't be taking up this much.
Give me a roll.
All right. That's a -2.
There you are. A lot of what seem to be allocated to system resources. The operating system itself seems to be comprising a good portion of the running expenditures for the resources for this system. It is a very, how shall we say, humble set of hardware. And the recommended specs for this particular operating system, we're much closer to the minimum specs than we are the recommended specs, let alone an ideal set.
All right. Well, that means Troy begins taking some notes now. First things first, we'll probably need some bigger hard drive, or just storage space in general. And more RAM is probably the first two things that he would recommend as server upgrades for the hardware.
Give me a roll.
All right. A 0.
Okay.
All right. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure what to do next at the moment.
Okay. Well, then while Troy further investigates the base's pathetic computer system, we will cut back to our field team and
Field Team 6.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yes.
field team sucks.
Yeah, that's fine. Patty,
We're awful at our jobs.
Patty turns over to Karen. So, do you think it's a good chance to scope out more of the people? I mean, you've already talked to the bar guy, right?
Yes, I've talked to Hank.
Do you think there's anything more we can get out of him? Or are we overstaying our welcome?
I'd be a little worried about poking my head in there again, unnecessarily.
Alright. Anybody else around them?
Maybe we could swing by Winds again. We didn't do that last time.
Oh, no. I mean, I'll follow your lead.
Okay, let's do that.
Right. We got Krill. You want to come along, or you good to chill here for a moment?
Well, I don't think I did anything wrong in Winds. I think I had a decent repertoire with them. Um, rapport, pardon me. No, I don't think it's best that I go in for all the socializing. Right now,
Alright.
I'm kind of gonna focus on my drones to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Alright, just
So if
keep
you're
an eye.
cool, I'm just gonna sit in the car.
No problem. Here's the keys. Tell us if you see either Alex or Flash.
Will do.
Alright. After you, Blondie.
Let's do this.
Start making our
Wow.
way to the main street. And then, yeah. And then Patty opens up the door.
How many empty doors, empty businesses do we walk by on the way to Winds?
An uncomfortable amount, probably 5, 7. Yeah, this is a dying main street.
As we walk in, Karen goes, and so, that's right, you're still here. Oh, yes.
Oh, hello there, dude. What can I do for you?
Oh,
Sorry.
What?
Just woke up. Getting ready for a busy day myself.
Oh well, energy drinks and coffee in the back.
You don't have any of that quantum quench shit, right?
I think we might stock some.
Hate that shit. It just... I drink a bit, so it just fucks with my liver and just makes it harder to take shit in. And Patty looks at Karen for a second and then just goes over to the drinks.
Patty suddenly gets a message from Krill. Hey, give me that like horribly bright green stuff. What was it called? Quantum something? Yeah, give me a bottle of that.
She gets a different color and just sets it up.
sorry. As I was going by, I was counting up all the empty doors. There's 6 before we get here.
Sign of the times. Why go to the shop when you can just have a drone deliver it to you? Or, and she gestures across the street.
It even smells bad over there. So you ever have Mr. Flash himself stop in?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I would imagine, right? It's his store. He'd have to show up sometime.
Oh, I meant
right?
here.
Oh,
Here.
here?
Does he ever come in
No.
here?
Well, no. Give me a notice roll. Either of you will work, but primarily Karen, you're rolling with disadvantage in the back.
Actually, could I roll with empathy to see the feeling she gets, some kind of vibe I pick up from her in this moment?
That's fine.
Yeah,
The one.
that's a -2, so that's a 2.
I'll start in the back and work forwards then. Honestly, she doesn't seem like she, well, actually, shouldn't just call that. There's no love lost between the two of them. Yeah. Karen. Well, no, he doesn't really stop in here, though. I suppose, occasionally his people stop in here. Well, not occasionally, just recently. And she points. There's a community bulletin board, like opposite, like as you walk in. well, as you walk out, you'd see it on the wall. There's a, yeah, it's functionally to your left-ish. It's sort of behind and to the left, right? Um, there's a notice there. There's sort of a flyer that is advertising the annual block party. And you take note, and she's hemming and hawing about that. She's gesturing. It says hosted in the Home Emporium parking lot this year.
Oh.
So they came by and, they asked me if they could put up the sign for this year's block party. And it is annual tradition, but now it seems like even our annual traditions are.
Hattie does send a quick message as she's kind of watching from the edge. She just says, mention a scab coming instead of, or just a corporate. It's just you can see it in the corner of your codex in that moment.
Me?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You see in the corner of your codex Patty's message ?
I would have to take out my phone and
Oh.
look.
She doesn't have AR.
God damn it! I forgot that she doesn't wear it. So Patty sends that and then remembers in that moment.
You'd have to literally have the holographic display come up, and that's not exactly inconspicuous.
Yeah. God damn it.
So there's a vibrate or a ding that goes off in your pocket or purse or clutch or whatever you're working with today. In today's ensemble.
Be the purse. Where did it used to happen? I'm guessing just on the block?
Yeah, we'd do Main Street. You'd do a bit of a bar crawl, a bit of a store crawl, sidewalk. We'd spill out, into the road where not strictly legal, but this far out from the city center, people don't bother.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it used to be.
Not that one. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah. This year it's perfectly legal because it's on private property. Yeah, I suppose the whole city.
Who's gonna go?
Everybody who's looking for a deal, probably. Block party sale.
Sales. Yay. Okay. Huh, so he actually has people. He doesn't just send little robots out.
He's got staff, from what I understand. They don't have anybody who works in the store per se, but they have business people.
Gross. Okay. It's awfully quiet in here today. Just you?
Yeah, for the most part. A few of the locals come and go. They stop in, but...
Well, I remember you had a lovely elderly gentleman who was here last time.
Yeah, old man Jenkins, he's a staple of the community.
Jenkins? Oh. Sounds like a great person. I think we would get along in Jenkins.
Hattie walks up in that moment. Yeah, you got a decent set back there. I don't know. This place looks like a fucking nice spot to at least stop by. I stopped by the bar earlier, so it's you get a run on both sides and get some decent fucking drinks out of it.
Yeah, but, can't have your groceries, your appliances, your clothes, your drinks, all brought to your car for you.
The shit's all fucking right there, right? You got your goddamn laundry, laundry
Look,
detergent shit. Yeah.
you know, you're preaching to the choir, but I mean, the empty state of the store speaks for itself.
Man, I mean, I couldn't help overhear. There's a fucking block party. You ever consider, like, I don't know, causing a problem, making it annoying or something?
I'm too old to cause problems.
How long you been running this place?
I'm basically my whole life. It was, I mean, my pops started it used to have the store, and then he died years ago now, and I've been running it for 25 years now.
Damn. You around before it went from SF to NSF?
No.
Ah, yeah, well, 26 myself, so I don't know. A little bit of history, I was curious.
Do you ever go up on the roof? I hear that's a thing.
Yeah, there's, we have some perches on the roofs.
I love tradition.
Wait. Patty is like pausing in this moment. Wait a minute. You actually go on the roof? I thought this shit's only the fucking, like, my grandpa mentioned a long time ago.
Further out from the city center, the buildings aren't quite as big, so we can access our roofs.
Goddamn, I'm jealous.
Of course, I mean, unless you live in like one of the apartment complexes, like right over there, and she gestures behind the store. There's an apartment. There's behind Neighbor's Bar, like behind the Home Emporium, there's an apartment complex right there. There's one further down the street. She says basically none of them have access to roofs. But I mean, yeah, anybody here with, you know, one of the two stories, like my place is just above this, and then I have access to the roof.
That's fair. You know, the weirdest part for me was, like, you know, like, I didn't buy anything from there, but I had to check it out, and I don't know, it's just like a lot of fucking robots. Like, I don't know, I would appreciate at least some fucking customer service from some goddamn humans, you know?
Well, just go ahead and scan the holo tag, from what I understand, and then you can be connected with an AI chatbot that can assist you with any of your purchasing needs.
So
Might as well
personable.
Yeah, I might as well throw myself off the fucking roof at that point.
If only we could get to them.
Yeah. But anyways, sends the credits over. Nice to meet you. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
Maybe shit will change around for the better. I don't fucking know.
Thanks for the purchase. Y'all take care of yourself.
No problem. And Patty looks over at Karen one more time.
Enjoy that block party.
When is the block party happening as we're passing by the flyer?
It's this Friday.
And today is Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, got it. Patty opens up the door, lets Karen out.
Thank you, dear.
No problem. Closes it, gives a few moments to slip out of immediate earshot. Okay, I got nothing on her. Like, you said, like, there was supposed to be some fucking old grandpa or some shit.
I was hoping Jenkins would be there. I like that guy.
Man, I don't know.
Got fire.
Yeah, well, grumpy old men are pretty common in my parts, so. But, alright, well, figured out what we can. There's a block party happening, so. Do we want to stop by the bar before doing anything else, or do we just keep going back?
So, my instincts lean towards. Gosh, I am torn. I am honestly torn.
Yeah. Well, either we could. Oh, you're flipping a literal coin.
We're going
Okay.
in.
All right. Okay. No problem. Sends a quick message to Krill. We're heading in to the bar. Just give us a few more minutes, and sends that over.
Sounds good. I'm just watching the feeds.
No problem.
I'll keep you posted if anything happens.
Yep. And then Patty leans over there. Send a message for. I forgot you don't have it on your head, so just ignore that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
will do.
was trying to help in that moment.
Ignore a Patty message. I can do that.
Krill.
Yeah.
Roll.
One of the things that, well, tell you what, yeah, your notice is stupid high anyway. Just we'll call it passive. One of the things that you have noticed is that a lunchtime order of food was delivered, and it was a significant enough size of a container coming in that you'd have to estimate there's at least a handful of orders in there. There's certainly more than one person's worth of food that just got delivered to this building.
Okay. She does send that off. As a heads up, lunch order just came in. Unless Alex is eating for 2 to 3 people, or more even, there is definitely more than one person in that building.
Patty looks over to Karen. Do we want to make a detour before we go to Hank's?
Have you been in the store yet? You haven't,
I have.
you?
Nope. I was completely bullshitting there.
Sorry, you haven't, correct?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I was lying when she asked, or like what I mentioned.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm tired. Keep going. So just start making our way to Home Emporium, just casually walking to the store, I guess.
Why don't you go for a walkthrough and I'll stop in at Hank's real quick?
Alright, cool. I don't have a bag, so yep. She just unzips her jacket in this moment, puts on the sunglasses, and just starts heading over to Hank. Or am I heading to I got confused. Which one am I heading to? I'm having a stupid moment.
You're going in the store because
Okay,
you
cool.
haven't been in before,
Got it.
and I'm going to go to the bar.
Alright, no problem. And the weird bubble things in the middle, right? Where people are at? Cool. Alright. And she just starts walking over, just starts making her way, just enters inside eventually, just kind of getting a scope of the spot, just see what's going on.
As you walk in, there is a there's an automatic installation that occurs on your codex for the checkout software. It is not bespoke to Home Emporium. It is, in fact, a service that is pretty common. So this is part of a wide platform auto checkout system that is utilized across global arcologies. But
What is privacy?
the token for the store basically gets dropped onto your codex as you walk in. As you walk in, there's two basic pathways. There's an entrance and an exit, and as you walk in, there's what you come upon is a grocery store. The thing that is immediate upon your entrance is a grocery store. There's racks and shelves in front of you, and there's cooling, there's refrigeration and freezer units straight back, but end off to your right. And a whole bunch of fresh produce and various canned goods and preserved goods and bags. And all of this is sort of like broken up by this large bubble enclosure that is sort of in the middle-ish of this grocery store. Behind that, what you can perceive is a long corridor that leads to some sort of employee door, stock room sort of territory. Off to your right is a series of like furniture and home goods. And as you wrap around the right-hand side of the store, it's electronics and appliances. And as you continue your way around, what you find is against the sort of back left-hand side of the store is this giant clothing section and sort of a department store feel. And so you have this sort of totality of things that a person may need to purchase in their day-to-day and in their life.
She, knowing from the bits and pieces that she got from Krill and Karen and last time, just not slowly, but kind of just like a normal pace, walks towards the middle to see if there's like more than one person in this moment, just to see if the food was getting delivered in particular. Just seeing if she sees any.
That is already a food delivery. I mean, anybody who's used anyways, that's like that motherfucker's got 19 jobs stacked up.
Yeah,
Boom,
no,
boom.
that's not the thing she's looking for. She's seeing who was getting the food.
There is a young lady that is in the bubble as we speak. And there is no food in that space.
Okay. She's just sitting in there. There's a quick snap just showing in that moment, trying to just looks up and then boop, and then just keeps walking. And she sends a quick message to Krill. Young person in the bubble, don't know if that's Alex or Jamie, gonna go check around the rest of the store to see where the food got delivered. And then she just kind of casually looks at an orange and just picks it up and just walks with it, and then just starts making her way to see if she can get a look out towards the stock room to see if there's anybody eating food in the moment.
You can't really see well into that space. It is separated by a automatic divider. There's sort of a plastic frosted screen that is blocking any vision back through that tunnel.
Alright, well, I can't see anything there. She's going to just slowly circle around, trying to see if anybody is eating food in this moment. So she's just trying to figure out where the food was located, see if it's relevant, and then if she doesn't see anything, she's just going to send a message to them both and then make her way back out.
You circle around. There's only 2 spaces that you can identify that branch off from this large open area. There's one that is clearly connected to the appliance, furniture, electronics section. That is a large sort of loading doors area, and you can see cleanly in there. There is shelves and pallets and stock, and you can see a straight shot right out to the loading doors where the drones are loading things onto customers' vehicles. So you see nothing there, though it does go further left and right. There's space that you can sort of, I know there's stuff over there to the left and right, but from what you can see, there's no one back there. And the other area that clearly is demarcated from this, the main store area, there's no clear sight line to.
Okay. She does mark down the current time in her codex. She writes a little note for herself off to the side whenever it is right now. She's just marking that off. But then she just keeps circling around, eventually not seeing anybody eating food, probably. Just
you have seen no one eating food other than the cheekily eating of a candy bar and some grapes and that sort of situation. But no, there seems to be no fast food delivery. Nobody's walking around eating a slice of something or a burger or, none of that.
She sends another message to Krill then. So food went in, got delivered. Person in the bubble was still in the bubble. No one else eating fast food in this moment. Where did it go? Question mark. Note for later.
Noted. Is there any part of the building you were unable to see, an employee lounge, or anything the like?
Stocking area has a frosted crest divider and couldn't see the full length of the loading bay.
I would assume then with some decent detail that the food is probably still in the building somewhere, just... You said you couldn't see anything in stocking?
Stocking has a divider. It's blocking vision.
Okay. Do we want to risk any drone infiltration, or what are we thinking?
Not yet. Let's wait to regroup and figure out what to do from there. Plus, I marked down the time so we can rewind if we manage to get access to feed and video and figure out who it got delivered to, if that matters.
That's actually pretty useful information, thank you. If we get Troy back in their system, quietly this time, that would be the way to go.
Yep. And heading back out to the bar. And Patty walks out of the store in that moment, buying an orange, starts peeling it as she makes her way to the bar.
If you walk into the bar, Karen, you're greeted with the stench and stale smell of this bar, and Hank sees you and immediately goes, "Back again."
Turns out I kind of like the area.
Gonna buy a place and raise a family and bring up some young whippersnappers here.
Oh yeah, red wagon and everything.
What can I get you?
I could use a beer. I hear you have one on tap.
He draws a draft beer for you and places it in front of you.
Gosh, I love that flavor. Uncleaned taps. How long have you been here, Hank?
Long enough. I'm a bit of a refugee. I spent some time here and there and came to NSF and decided I was going to stay. I felt the allure of the capital city, as it were, and something about this place that grabs you, doesn't let go. Maybe it's the debt.
That helps.
Yeah. Good place to lose your
since
shirt.
I met a transplant.
I've been here and there. Been around a bit.
What's it like out there?
A native. Yeah. Well, a lot of the arcologies are rougher, less refined than NSF. This place being sort of the GAC ground zero, it's a lot of things get overlooked elsewhere. If you wanted to disappear and if you wanted to participate in some activities that would normally garner attention elsewhere and you needed to buy off whole lot of officials. There's better places to do that. Yeah. Less glitz, less glamour, less bureaucracy, less bullshit, more poverty.
Suppose the good always comes with bad. Huh. I kind of forget there's a world outside these walls sometimes. Thank you for that. Sounds nice to be able to get away with something. Yeah, I've been tracked my entire life. What a feeling, huh? Sorry, I just never experienced not being watched. And you ended up out here. At least you found a good place, Hank. Good job on you.
Oh, well. I find keep power at a distance. Good arm's distance between the person in charge and yourself, and it's more comfortable.
Yeah, that'd be a nice place to be. Yeah.
Close enough to keep your eye on them, though.
And there are plenty of eyes. Does Alex come in today?
Nope, haven't seen him.
Well, I hope that means he went and actually slept in a bed. Yeah. Okay.
Patty?
Yeah.
About now?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Door swings open as Patty stretches out. Give me a beer.
You can smell the orange on Patty as she walks in.
Look, I had to get something on my way out. I don't know what you want from me.
Hank pulls another draft beer, puts it down at the bar.
So you went and gave Flash money?
Oh,
Oh, fuck. This fucking bitch right here tries to give me shit every goddamn second. It's always something with her. I'm telling you, I can't.
It's only because I know her well.
you two married?
If we were married, I'd kill myself.
So married.
No, but she basically U-hauled me.
Why do you remind me of that every single fucking time?
It's like a lost puppy. She just keeps showing up.
Please say a goddamn poodle trying to prim and preen myself.
You make a cute lesbian couple.
I know I do.
Luckily, there's beer. Beer exists, and she takes a decent gulp. So,
Are you excited for the block party at the end of the week?
Not this year.
Kind of get why. A little different.
So you've seen the flyers, huh?
Here it's private property now.
Well, that's for our protection. Wouldn't want the city breaking up the block party.
Like the city cares about this block. No, I think that's what I like about it, at least here. There's nothing above us but air. Only the normal amount of eyes on us.
I mean, if I were attending that block party, I'd make sure I fucking harass the shit out of that chick in the fucking bubble.
Yeah. Jamie's not a. She's a good kid. She's too young to. She's too young to know. She just, she bought the line. She bought the line.
She native
Youth
around
is
here?
wasted on the young.
Yeah.
Bitch. I tell you. She's always, youth is wasted on the young. She isn't saying that when I got her cornered.
So, which one of you's jobs is it gonna be to propose?
Do you think it would be me?
Oh, actually, I have it right here. You got anybody in your life, Hank, that you like to get harassed?
Not for a long time.
Honestly, for the best. At least if you're living on your own, you don't have to deal with people constantly breathing down your neck.
At least someone's watching it then.
Yeah, watching to stab it. But, it is what it is. You gotta take care of people in your life, I guess, even the ones who buy the line.
So Jamie's a local too.
Yep, she's the local kid.
Those damn kids.
Alex knows better and just didn't have a choice. Jamie, she's young and naive, and she just doesn't know any better. She thinks Home Emporium is the change that this neighborhood needs. Gonna help redevelop the neighborhood and bring jobs in and bring money in and build it anew.
Wow, she got fully brainwashed. Impressive. Okay.
You grow up out here looking in at the inner city, you see those high rises. You see those mega complexes stretching as far as the eye can see into the sky. She'll be in there soon enough. She's gonna chase that dragon.
Gotta step on a bunch of people who care for it along the way.
That's just what the city does.
Yeah, well, at least if you're stepping on my neck, I'm into it, you know?
Not in public, dear.
Well, gotta get this beer in and see if I can make it a little more tolerable around here. Ugh.
Appreciate you helping us take the edge off.
That's what your friendly neighborhood bartender's for. That and listening to an old married couple complain about each other.
Okay, just because she came on to me when I was 19. Patty's like purposely grinning in that moment, like I'm giving you shit because it's funny.
I don't know if I get the joke. Anyway.
Anyways, well, nice to see you again. I don't know. Time is place. Word, places. Whatever is word.
Appreciate you being a lovely bartender. Keep up the tradition as old as time.
And then Patty steps up, slowly starts to walk out as she looks at Karen.
Making eyes at me.
God damn it, every time I look at you, it's not me trying to fuck you in that moment. Jesus Christ. And Patty like purposely stomps out the door.
I think he knows. He could tell.
Like, are you saying this is Karen or Aspen?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, that was Karen saying it to Patty.
What does he know?
Oh, we fucked.
Yeah, but like, who hasn't?
Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So basically Jamie's taken the fucking corporate line and has taken that whole dick in her throat. Got it. Okay, fuck you for throwing me off my rhythm. Alright, just sending a quick message over to Krill and Troy. Stopped at the bar too, and looks over to Karen. We head back to the car now?
Yes.
Alright, heading back to the car. Be in there in a minute.
Let's go a roundabout way and come at it from the other direction.
Alright, you lead the way.
So we walk around the back and then head a block or two away and come around to the car. And how do we find Krill as we come up on this car?
You see her pinching her brow. So done. And leaning over. You know I can hear you all the entire time, right?
Are you jealous? Of our fictional relationship?
I don't even know what that emotion feels like. Maybe, who knows? But what was eventually wearing me down was how stupid it got and how painful it was to be listening to that.
I'm not good at lying. What do you want from me?
Be
Pulling
better.
shit, pulling shit out of my ass, okay? Usually I either punch somebody, shoot somebody, or I'm fucking somebody. I don't know what you want from me.
Do not talk about your sexual extremities right now. I don't want to imagine them.
Jesus Christ. Looks over at Karen. I don't think I was that bad, was I?
No comment.
You know what, girl? Next time, if you want to do the fucking recon, you can do it. Okay. Jesus Christ. Fucking everybody's a critic.
Hey Kai, any updates on stuff that's happened since they were doing all that shebang?
Nothing of note.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Patty's getting in the car. Somebody want to check in on Troy while I drive us back? See if he's gotten anything
Ding.
important done.
Hey Troy, we're about to be heading back your way. Do you need anything? Everything going good on your end? We need to pick up anything?
Nothing mission critical, although I am currently compiling a list of much needed hardware upgrades.
Any of them remotely cheap or doable? We could probably grab them on the way back if it's going to make your job easier. And
At the
mine.
moment, currently, unknown.
Gotcha,
Perhaps it's best to wait until after the mission is complete.
Okay.
So how is he? Is he good? Figure out anything new?
He gave me nothing except for he's making a shopping list, apparently.
God damn it. Patty opens up a message. Yo, do something, I guess? Like, we don't need a shopping list right now. Do something.
He's
I'm
doing
currently-
shit.
I'm currently performing maintenance on the home servers.
Oh,
Is there something you would like me to do?
never mind. I'm just annoyed. Ignore me. And Patty just takes off, a little annoyed in this moment in the car.
Oh, that's
Okay.
going to go swimmingly.
Oh, if that interaction failed, let's try rolling again. That's a -1, so it's turning into a 0. Patty's in a bit of a bitchy mood, so she's probably not driving terribly, but not paying attention to people passing her by. So she cuts people off, pissing people off, and basically like getting on everybody's nerves on the road as she's managed to keeping herself safe, but almost making everybody else have to like walk around her in traffic.
Patty, why am I going to fix this car if you're just going to smash it up?
I
Or
haven't
drive
hit
recklessly
anybody.
like
I don't
this?
know what you fucking want.
I don't want to be pulled over by a cop. Just saying.
People pull people over for more. This ain't nothing. And starts to just keep going as she probably gets about halfway. And then just eventually just gets towards the base itself and pulls into the alley as she said, see, I don't know what you're complaining about.
Give me a roll.
Saw that coming.
That's fine.
10 miles away.
+0, so it's a +1.
We don't call it that here, Caboose, but yeah.
We have those two.
So anything or just drive all the way?
As you...
All right. Well, she just makes her way and opens up the garage and pulls inside. See, we're fine. Fucking always complaining about me fucking up things, but here we are. We haven't died, so I don't know what you want from me.
You scare me. Not in like a way that I'm terrified of your physicalness. I'm more afraid of whatever the day you run into a cop driving that thing when you took it out one of its headlights. Its bumper is dented to hell, and I'm even surprised the front license plate is staying on. We're very lucky no one noticed, as far as I can tell.
I mean, they're cops. They're like, there's a million fucking cars coming at all spots. You think they really got that time?
They're cops. They're an
it's their job
economic
to
asset
fuck
making
with you.
money. Yeah, they get paid to do it, and the more they fuck with you, the bigger payout is on their end.
This is why I walk places. Anyways, Patty walks inside and turns off the car. So, all right, what we figure out. What color? What hair color did the Jamie have? I guess in the bubble. Did we see the hair color that she had?
It's very difficult to detect color given the holographic blue nature. It could
It's
be
fine. I was
anything, for a brownish, dark. Like it's very difficult. It could be actually blue. It's difficult to tell the tinting on that.
Gotcha. Well, Krill, if any of the fucking bots see a chick walk out, probably. What time do we know when Alex gets off the shift? Like they run in 12 hours, right?
We have not gotten anything like that, no.
So we know we have a vague outline of what Jamie looks like. We know what Alex looks like. The stocking bay has a fucking divider. The loading shit has like a clear line of sight to the doors, but the left and right sides can't be visible. Some food went in for more than one person, but we don't know where it went.
Correct.
Okay. Troy, as she kind of gets the attention on the monitor.
You see Troy pop up.
Alright, so shopping list, getting that done. Got anything else in the meantime? Figure out anything new?
No, I have not. Although I did want to speak with Karen.
Yes?
Karen, I am to understand from what I have observed that you are probably the only member here with a particular skill of talking with humans.
Yes?
I believe as the one who is most likely, well, maybe not most likely, but one that definitely has an issue with it from time to time, I've wanted some advice. I have been
Go on.
interested in furthering the reconnaissance aspects of our current mission. Earlier, I had attempted to travel to the Iconosex location on the web, and found at the time no information. However, I've continuously thought about the process for a while now. I believe a possible avenue for more information gathering would be to enter into the facility and speak with them directly. Perhaps asking questions, as if I was interested in their services, to see what possible abilities I could garner, if it might provide me with it may provide me with additional abilities to intercede or potentially even combat Econosec if they were to show up during the mission. Unfortunately, you lack the ability to go onto the net. If you were in my position and you wanted to go speak with them, what would you ask? How would you approach? What would be your methodology?
So you're still the one interacting. The easiest, I think, would be to say you are an AI interface tasked with finding a baseline security for a company, doing the task for them. At least it would fit with your appearance. Yeah. Security 4. Yeah.
Perhaps you should not
Yeah.
imagine this on the confines of the net. if perhaps you should imagine this as if it were something you would do.
Me, I would. Same thing. Just I would be me instead of a robot. I'd be interested in finding a new security, choosing a location on where, some kind of rec center, something for the public. So, not high security, not high throughput, but if something happens, we would want people to show up. But we don't have a ton of budget.
I believe I'm generating potential ideas. Thank you, Karen. I think your input was more beneficial than you realize.
I hope so.
Is there anything else you would need from me, Karen or Patty? Is Krill nearby? Is there anything she requires?
You see Krill in the lab, just sitting in the chair, completely consumed with the cameras, checking out every so often just to make sure no one's trying to get her attention, and like, what's up? Sorry, trying to make sure everything's good on their end.
I think that's your answer, Troy. You're good, Krill.
Okay. Can someone remind me? I want to load something up on the tables. I'm really worried about Snips. The other three, I know they can fly away. They're decently fast enough. Like, they can get away out of most situations, but
You want?
yeah, Snip.
Hey, Krill. Keep in mind, Snips has got a brain. If shit starts happening, they can figure it out.
That's true. Just
Yeah. Look, if shit goes down, I'm gonna be personally racing there to make sure they're okay myself. So don't worry about it.
Okay. Just
Addie leans over here and goddamn fucking helicopter, mom, I tell you.
They call it bubble wrap parenting now. I just found this out the other day. It's no longer helicopter parenting. It's bubble wrap parenting is the new term.
I want to say that's a stupid term, but the more I think about it, the more it kind of makes sense.
It's worse. Rather than just constantly monitoring, now you just nothing shall harm them. You put them in full-on bubble wrap.
I just wanted to say, in this case, helicopter applies.
Yeah. Just what I had to break a full, like, you have to know. Like, yeah, there's a new term.
I have written an exceedingly manic character. You think she's just gonna be okay with this shit? Yeah, no.
We need the drone's usage, and we have a fucking bubble wrap mom to help us.
Y'all wonder why I can't be a parent.
Yeah. Alright, well... Okay, we'll let her keep doing that. Just keep an eye out for Flash or anybody else that shows up. Troy, I think you're good to go. Karen, need anything?
Oh. I appear to have gotten a message from Miss Vivian.
Okay. The Alex ship?
Alex interviewed okay. Hesitant at first, but he perked up after he learned we have a doctor and a nurse on staff. That and the pay seems to get his attention. I offered him the job. He said he'd get back to me by tomorrow.
Okay. So we have until tomorrow to really have a decent idea.
Seems that way.
Okay.
Alright, well, Troy, whenever you're ready to head and do your thing, just tell us if you need anything.
The screen is already switched off.
Oh, he already left. God damn it.
All right, if Troy hasn't messed with the servers too much, I should be able to just start the process.
All right. Well, if you need me to bring your tools at all, I can help you.
Um,
I don't like what Kai's doing.
I need rolls. Caboose, give me a roll.
how much have you fucked with my table, Caboose? How much have you
-1.
fucked? Fuck you.
It could have been worse. It could have been
Stop
worse.
fucking with my table. Every time you touch the server, you fuck with my table.
He's learning.
Let's see. It's not really. Is it hacking?
It's a +3.
I'm just wondering, like, if is this crafting? Is it hacking? Is it like, oh man, my
I mean,
instinct.
he
Flip a
already
coin.
crafted his tool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I almost wanted to make it a flat roll, right? Just like, but
Have you ever considered
What?
flipping a
Yeah.
coin?
Caboose.
What skill
Do you
applies to this?
Caboose? Do you have a coin?
I can get one real quick.
Get a coin.
Yep. Look. Better to leave it in the hand of a coin than the hands of Kai.
Yeah, we'll just let fate determine.
Yep.
It's useful. I'm glad I did that earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
Finally get to use this fucking thing.
Okay. So, if you call it correctly, then you can apply your hacking. If you don't call it correctly, then we're doing a flat roll.
All right.
Fingers
You
crossed.
have 8 points.
Fingers.
All right. I'm calling heads.
This is not fate
Okay.
points applying. It's just a coin.
Yep. Flip. Show it.
That's heads. It's trying to get it to blur. There we go. Wizard is heads. Dragon is tails, and it landed on the wizard.
I feel like this is something that could be gamed too easily.
Yep. Yes. Well, now that you know it's wizard
Don't
versus
have
dragon.
tails though.
Well,
To be
my-
fair, only one of them has a tail.
Look, it's a wizard.
Listen, if you're
The-
playing as a furry like me, your wizard does usually actually
I was
have
gonna
a
say
tail,
the
but
wizard
that's
could have
besides
had a
the point.
spell go wrong.
I mean, I
Or
guess, but
right. I don't know.
Dragon tail,
Judge.
and I don't want to say the other reason why the wizard would be the heads.
All right, fine.
It's kind of racist.
Fine. Fine. Then Krill, your table is functioning as planned.
It's still, I still feel defeated somehow. It feels ominous all the same. Krill loads up a schematic she's been thinking on since the nightmare this morning. And it's helmets, full-headed helmets with protective capability and built-in, how did I just forget the word? No brain.
Heads up display.
Codexes that you can toss with ease.
Burners.
Thank you.
Like a slot.
Listen,
for a
I
burner.
can't. Yeah, a built-in burner slot.
It's okay. My brain isn't working either.
Group effort.
It will use the heads-up display from the codex, but no, she's not going to build in any tech that's going to be like something could be downloaded to it and then stay in the helmet that doesn't get thrown out with that burner. Oh, and they'll have voice modulation. So if anyone listens to them outside of that codex, it just sounds like roar, 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 roar.
Okay. On mine, I might find use in having a heads-up display since I don't have a way of doing that.
Again. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Karen? I will add a heads-up display for you. Absolutely.
Just
I'll add it to everybody's, but they'll still be connected to the codexes that are thrown away.
Yeah.
So, it's only temporary data. And I'm rolling before Kai even has to ask. That's a +2. I will take a +6. That's pretty decent.
Okay.
That's,
Now
what is that
that's Karen's build. Next one.
Gotcha.
So Karen has a fantastic helmet.
Yep. I appreciate the specified term there.
+3.
So that is a epic helmet. Come
And
on. Come on.
another fantastic for Krill herself. Even
Okay.
though she's got the deployable one, she wants this for missions.
Okay.
And then she actually goes, Troy, would you like a helmet?
Troy's
like
not
this
there.
is like mostly just an
Troy can't hear.
inclusion thing at this point.
Nope.
Troy's-
Troy's not here.
Troy's not there.
Nope.
She's talking to Troy.
Tapping the screen.
Troy's not
okay.
here, man.
Yes, I was typing.
He
that.
already like left. He's out of the building. What is it?
All right. Okay, I don't think
Eminem got the
Anyways.
building right.
these 3 helmets are in the process being made. They'll be ready for mission. Hopefully this will keep us from slipping up and anyone hearing us unnecessarily. Keep our heads out of view during the mission. Patty, I know I promised you a helmet. You've got the best one in the middle being made for you here. It's got a little bit
Yeah.
extra armor plating because you're going to be on bikes and all the time. I
Bitches
just
be
ask,
shooting at me.
please. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to just not wear it until we do this mission first.
Can I just test it just to see how it feels?
It's not done being built yet. Give it about an hour and all 3 will be ready. Maybe
no rush.
a bit longer than that, honestly.
Yeah.
It takes its time.
While you're working on that, me and Karen could probably figure out what else we need to do, see if there's anything else we could run. I don't know. You've got the planning brain, Karen, so I'm riding what you want.
I mean, there is always other things to do,
Yeah.
whether or not it's
Um,
worth the time.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about me making a network array that if we put it in a room that we could try and replace, like say there was drones or something there, we could replace the source that they're taking information from and try and hijack it from there.
So basically, instead of being the bubble being the main focal point, you want to make this thing the focal point.
Yeah, it would be a new focal point that we could try and take them over. So in case something happened with the bubble or the system itself, we could try and literally interrupt the signal and override it.
Okay. Problem comes is I don't have a tech brain, so I don't have a good answer. Would you know how well that works, Krill?
It's experimental. It happens.
Yeah,
Right.
I imagine it happens, but how easy is it?
I
That's
feel
the-
like I'm remembering a word in they scramble it with the special thingy so they cut. Don't they do secure talking on the?
You're talking encrypted?
That word.
To an extent, but it's still a signal bouncing back and forth. There is ways to just cut it off. But
I mean, you could just
I'm
shoot it,
saying
man.
if we... it would be hard to bypass any encryption if it is that difficult.
So basically, what I'm hearing is, if Troy goes in that side and goes through the digital side and fucks it up, you basically want in real world shit to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, kind of a backup in that way. At the very least, see if I can find an override to put one of them on my network if we could get a physical dongle on them, but...
Well, I mean, okay, I don't know tech that well, but I've seen, at least people talk about it, right? Is there something that you can connect to the fucking computer shit and then just get it to, scramble their shit?
Oh, you're talking, literally just fuck their system from the inside out?
Yeah, make the robots go crazy and then just start breaking shit.
I could force their system to try and divide by 0 1,000 times over, and just
Yeah.
keep trying to prompt that command, and eventually it'll use up all the system space.
Yeah, just basically just have the system go crazy a little bit, break the robots, people start running out, the robots are rising up. And yes,
I'm
I'm
not
using.
sure if I can guarantee that. I'm not sure I can guarantee
Okay,
that.
but make them scared. But they run out. The robots start breaking shit down, and then job done.
I am being taught in chat that my idea is a dinosaur-like thing and would not work.
You divide by 0 a lot at one time.
So while this is occurring, what's Troy doing?
Whatever, I'm done trying.
So as Troy is leaving the server and heading into the net, he's pulling up some avatar software that was included in his cyber deck provided to him by passerby. And he's just going through a list of various things that have been downloaded into this and stuff, and he's considering to himself something that Karen stated. Should he go in as an AI, or should he try to present himself as something, or as a person? And that's causing a slight bit of dilemma in Troy. Troy's personality software has been inaccessible for a little while now. And it's something that he hasn't really cared about because he himself hasn't really had a use for it. But he has noticed that his mannerisms are particular. They tend to kind of stick out. He's seen several people just kind of get weirded out by the way he talks. He could try to force himself to talk in a more casual manner that would be more befitting. But that was something that he used to rely on with his personality programming to do. And without that, it would be a much more active and constant thing. But what would an AI walking right up to a security system and asking questions do? That's not something he's really familiar with. He knows about that there are AI systems out there designed for communication, though. But this is kind of a field that he's not familiar with. Either direction, though, as far as he can tell, is a risk. So he, just kind of choosing randomly, decides to go with the AI system. At the very least, it would allow him to act more naturally. And if it doesn't work, he can always try again with his other idea at another time. So he chooses something that's not quite as conspicuous as a Troy bot, as a Troy-designed AI. That seemed to have garnered some attention in his experience. Apparently the Troy units are somewhat popular. So he chooses something a bit more generic. Well, now Kai's camera is doing that. Just this kind of glowing blue genie, silvery genie kind of like thing that is androgynous in appearance. Has no particular... is not really in particular, well, not quite that genie. Is not in particular any gender. I know, I just realized that's kind of was hard to avoid. So yeah, just this generic kind of data genie looking AI thing that has just kind of wandered. He's seen wandering around a little bit, and it appears to be some kind of default avatar for AI systems on the net. And remembering the last location that he went to when he searched up Econosec, this sort of shared facility several other security systems were a part of, he heads over there, and he walks into the building.
Okay, so it's not really a building you can walk into.
Okay.
It's like saying I'm going to walk into a server farm.
All right, so it's a bunch of
Yeah, it's essentially a
Okay.
shared hosting facility.
right. So he sees kind of this like long street with like buildings on the side. I'm going to assume kind of like that.
It's essentially just think an office building, right?
Okay,
You
so
can
yeah, it's an office building.
you can sort of walk in. You can walk into the sort of lobby area, and you're greeted with sort of directories and that sort of thing. But like most like corporate plaza office buildings, to get to anything that goes anywhere, you see people scanning credentials as they walk past like essentially electronic tills into the elevator banks and that sort of thing.
All right, is there like a secretary kind of like thing there that he could talk to?
Uh, there is a thing. Yes, there's a construct at a desk.
All right. Troy walks up to the construct and asks, "I would like to meet with a representative from Econosec."
For all customer resident inquiries, please contact the company please contact the company that you are inquiring about directly. For further inquiries into space rentals or space allocations, I can answer those questions.
Do you have a number or an address that I can use to contact the Econosec directly?
You can reach Econosec on their website, econosec.nsf.
Thank you. All right, well then I guess Troy exits the building and searches up the Econosec website.
You're greeted with a functionally, a bare bones website that iterates out services and that they provide. And there is a chatbot feature attached to the website.
All right. Troy prompts the chatbot feature. "Hello, I would like to speak with a representative of Econosec."
General information request, if you need direct assistance from our customer support team, is available for all prepaid or paid customer plans.
I am seeking to employ, or I am seeking on behalf of my representative to employ Econosec services.
Hello, welcome to Econosec, your budget-friendly solution for robust network security. We offer a range of services designed to protect your digital assets without breaking the bank. Our services include firewall management, intrusion detection systems, and real-time monitoring alerts. Would you like to know more about specific services?
Why should my clients use Econosec?
We strive, first and foremost, to make our services accessible to everyone. Pricing depends on specific services you're interested in and scale of network, of course, but our basic package starts at 500 creds per month, which includes firewall management and basic intrusion detection services, which is far below market average rates.
What are your capabilities
We offer
as a service?
We offer premium packages with additional features such as advanced threat protection, vulnerability assessments, and dedicated support starting at 1,000 creds per month.
How do you go about system security and administration?
Details as to the nature of our security protocols is a proprietary and protected information.
If I were to use your services and I were to detect an issue on my server or my system, how would I go about reaching you or your services on a needs basis?
Dedicated assistance via customer support and system administrator is available to all paying customers.
If I were to use your system, what would I need to do on my end?
Contact customer support directly via 555 ECO SEC1 or email support or sales at econosec.nsf.
Would I need to set up or install anything on my end, or would you provide that yourself?
Initial setup can be provided for additional fees.
Thank you. I think that'll be all for now. And Troy closes out of the software, or closes out of the website. I guess that's it for now, and he begins to head back to the server, or to his home server. And just as he arrives back, he blips up the screen and states, I believe I was able to gather some information from my current, I believe you have provided some effect, and I was able to gather some new information.
Okay, what'd you figure out?
Econosec is a more budget-friendly version of the standard system administrator.
Okay.
Oh God,
So
why is
the
my-
system administrator are the fuckers that respond in real time shit?
Yes, much like real life, much like security in real life, the system administrator will respond upon detecting an intrusion.
Okay. So basically they get the fucking bleep coming on their systems. They're like, hey, shit's going down, then they pop in. Do you know how they pop in?
It sounds like that they provide a method of entry themselves that they can either install or that I could install myself were I to use their services.
And do we know if Home Emporium has it set up like that? What we got? Like, did you get eyes in there? I can't remember.
Troy, not last session, but the session before that, so still canon. Troy did, yes,
Okay.
get in there for a moment.
All right. Did something stand out to you, like a big red button or anything? I don't know. Digital, like what?
There was a secondary entrance
Okay.
that did not seem to connect to the building, to the original infrastructure itself.
Okay. I mean,
I believe that is likely their point of entry should they intervene for an intrusion.
okay. So basically, they've got a fucking tunnel to connect from their shit to home. And looking back at Karen, do you remember how long Alex said it takes for them to respond on average?
I think he said 3 cycles. No, that was
Okay.
how often they check in.
Okay. Troy, how long is 3 cycles?
I don't know, that would be a GM question, I think. Well, a GM, how long is a cycle on the net?
Functionally speaking, a cycle is a single turn. It is an action and a movement.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just, how would I...
Okay. Basically, just relay that it takes approximately this time. Patty's like, okay.
Alright, Troy gives an estimated time of what a cycle is to Patty.
Insert fax numbers as the fax machine starts screeching. So Patty's like, I have no idea what that means, but okay. So basically it takes them that respond. And they don't know that you were in there, right? You didn't trip anything?
There's a brief pause from Troy. I may have not been as stealthy, my previous attempt, as I should have been.
Okay. So what went wrong?
I attempted to access a digital workstation that was currently being used.
Oh,
If I were to use an analogy, while someone was using the computer, I attempted to take the keyboard away from them.
Oh, so you just like walked right in front of their fucking eyes. Got it.
That would be an apt description, yes.
Okay. So basically, we should expect them to be a little on guard.
There is that possibility.
Well, if I'm any good fucking either rent-a-cop shit or fucking system shit, I would be on my guard, right? Somebody just fucking touched my employee shit and they're gonna fuck with me, right? I'm like, I ain't gonna let you touch that shit without a fucking fight, so I'm gonna watch. So, good to know, good to know. So basically, next time, don't walk right in front of their eyes and try to take the keyboard.
I have already made that assessment.
Yep, gotcha. So, the question comes here, Troy, is there a way you can... Okay, so either the shit gets noticed and they respond, or if I'm assuming it's anybody who's working with shit, you can call like a customer service thing.
It would depend upon the person currently operating the system. They would have to make the call.
Okay. And Alex is down at least, right? Like he's cool for leaving his job.
He's interested. We will know tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. So basically, what we know is they pop in somehow. Is there a way you can keep Econosec out or like fight them off long enough?
Keeping them out eludes me at the moment. If there is
Okay.
something I could do to intervene them, potentially. However, what that is, I do not know yet. It is most likely that if they were to arrive while I am in the system, I will have to fight them off.
Okay. Well, actually, I got an idea. Hey, Krill, are you busy for a second?
What's up?
Okay. I'm throwing a harebrained idea out here. I don't know how tech shit works, but if I'm imagining entry shit, right? And then just fill in with the tech shit, right? I'm infiltrating, right? I got people got a back door into the shit that will shoot me the minute I fucking get in, right? And is there something you could do, like if you plug it in or get something in there that it could like rewrite something or block them off from entry? Like if I'm coming in, right? Like I put up fucking metal bars to make it at least harder for them to get in. Is that possible?
So that is an entirely digital process. There's no physical device I can make that's going to like block the signal. That's not going to just block every signal going on in that place.
Okay.
So in reality, there's no difference between me making a jammer and what you're describing right now.
Okay. I feel like there's something there, but I don't know enough tech shit. So
That
I'm
would
just...
be more Troy's wheelhouse to make a pre-made program that's whole point is to go into full defense mode of any incoming data that is not coming from...
Troy,
Sorry, go
can
ahead.
you make that? How hard is that? Like, give me an idea.
Something of that level of sophistication, while possible, at this moment, might exceed my capabilities.
Gotcha. So
You'd
you're
be
probably going to have
making-
that...
He'd be making a second firewall to go into their system that would keep everything out.
All right. Okay.
That might end up alerting them early.
Can you lock... I don't know, like, can you lock them out? Like, do something there?
I'm currently under considerations. However, I don't believe there's anything I could do that would do more than delay them.
Well, the whole point here isn't to keep them out, but if we could delay them, makes our job easier.
I do not know what I would be able to create in a timely manner that I could use to potentially impede their entry into the system.
All right.
So
Is
if you
there-
can't keep them out, what can you do to prepare yourself to get you ready for them to be there?
I currently have a small list of defense and offensive capabilities that can protect me and help me fight against a potential system admin encounter. In other words, I have the weapons I need right now.
Okay, wait. Could Krill make something that could serve as like a decoy for you? Like, say you're coming in, right? You're like going to be fighting and going to get for a punch and whatever, right? And then you get a guy to give you some like a 2-on-1 situation, right? The fucking AI thing or whatever, right, comes in, fucks with it, and then you can fucking come on like a
Make a ninjutsu copy.
oh shit, yeah. Some of that, what is it? Bleach shit.
The orange one
Is it Goku?
about ramen.
Okay, well, I'm imagining orange. Imagine like that black spike. It's not relevant. Anyways, so basically, make like a bunch of copies of yourself and fuck with whoever's trying to fight you off.
That... Probably pauses just a moment. I have seen this done before. I do not yet know how they do it. These clones are not as effective as the original system administrator, but they did provide enough distraction that I found it difficult to directly target the system administrator.
Well, that's the point. It's smoke, right? You don't need a full-on fucking other gun. All you need is enough distraction. Like, if I'm going in, right, I'm facing like a big dude, right? I get a guy on my left, and that dude gets on his fucking ass, and I can fucking cold cock him on the other side, and he's out.
I see your point. In the time being, I believe I will try to work on something like that. I cannot make any guarantees that this will be ready in time.
Okay, well,
If it
Be
If it is
useful
not
no
writ-
matter what.
Yes,
I mean-
it could be useful in the future.
I-
If it
I
is
mean-
not deployed, if it is not deployable by the time of the mission, I may just have to use what is already available to me. But this is an idea I have considered. Perhaps it is time to execute on this idea.
Yeah, I mean, even if you can't come up with something in time, you know, you take a good clean hits on the chin, you'll be good to go. You know, you just gotta keep your knees standing. That's pretty much it. Don't let them take you out before you take them out.
I believe I understand what you were referring to.
Look, I've taken enough hits in my fucking life. Try, but it's an idea. You either go full on fucking hand shit and go into some goddamn clones, or you just fucking hit that fucker and kill him. Or if you don't kill him, fucking with them enough to you get shit done. Like, say you distract them long enough for them to be away from the computer, Krill can fucking throw some shit in, cause the whole shit to go haywire, and then we get out and we're good to go.
Potentially.
Yep. Just keep in mind, we just gotta break their shit. We don't have to destroy everything.
Make it as uncomfortable for Mr. Flash as possible, yes. He's the one we're trying to affect the most.
See, like, at the end of the day, we're trying to make the greatest a nuisance possible. We're not trying to goddamn assassinate someone, so, less stress on us. We're just trying to get in, get the job done, get the fuck out, and make sure we get clean away and get our creds.
The main thing is that this place is not wanted in the neighborhood, and Flash wants it there.
It would be a funny idea to see what happens. We get it done Thursday, and then they come up for the fucking block party and celebrate on those fucking grounds, and they're like, oh, look, we can just have a goddamn block party without Flash Thompson on our ass. I mean, it doesn't look good on me as a business person that my whole shit gets fucked the day before the block party.
And suddenly it needs a
Even-
new venue.
Exactly, right? Like,
And the block party's not even in the business.
yeah, I mean,
It's in the parking lot.
ugh. Can't even get on
Actually, it could be even more effective that way due to the fact that now they'll have to take the hit of repairs, recouping product, and pay for the block party with no sales to sell.
Or
Okay.
if they can't have it because the parking lot's also fuckered.
Okay, that's a question.
I thought we agreed we're not bringing any heavy explosives.
I didn't say heavy explosives. I said the parking lot gets messed up.
How would you suggest to do that?
Is there shit that can melt asphalt without melting everything?
Potentially. Nothing that will melt fast.
Okay.
And it'll melt through your tires faster than it'll melt through the freaking concrete.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on that idea personally.
Yeah, it's gonna go through doesn't matter how hard the plastic is.
Yeah. Honestly, just fucking up the building and making it look bad for the block party. Although that does make me ask a curious question. Are they getting the items for the block party from the building, or are they importing it?
Why wouldn't they use their own stock? It's cheaper that way. They got it for
I don't know.
they got it retail pricing.
Rich people. I don't know.
And you can charge for it.
Although, if you have to make them import it, that's more money off of their backs and makes it harder on them, and that makes them look bad. So,
They probably take the biggest cost by doing the block party not on their own, like not with their own product and not with sales to be made. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, basically, Troy, you want to start getting working out on the whole, you get ready for your little boxing match with whoever's coming up next, and then Krill, you start working on that scramble shit.
Yeah, I can make a scrambler as a backup.
Okay. Well, Karen, decent ideas. What are we working with here?
We could have a third backup. I know we don't want high explosives, but
What's wrong with explosives?
I mean, we don't want a big boom.
We don't want to have a there goes the neighborhood moment kind of a
Yeah.
problem.
Or are we gonna blow up the neighborhood? I like those people.
It wasn't our intention, but also I'm going to be real. I can make a bigger bomb easier than I can make a smaller bomb.
Okay. Well,
What about an incendiary device?
That could work with that much concrete surrounding the building. It's very difficult for it to spread unless we had large winds that day.
If I may reference a recent event.
are you talking about that
Talking
bomb that blew up when we first met up?
Lithium batteries.
Oh, God.
Exactly.
Those drones in there are probably packed with lithium batteries.
There is
Well,
likely
I'm
a large
not-
amount of technology within the Emporium itself that also possesses lithium batteries.
So basically, make it unwalkable and poisonous to walk inside.
Realistically, this would be the easiest way to destroy it when Troy is in control.
The fires would pose a much, much bigger danger than the lithium fumes.
Okay, well, if we set up a fire like that, how much are we going to fuck with the neighborhood?
We need to make sure that the fire suppression system, which is likely built for lithium batteries, is already off when this happens.
That is
Now,
likely
it would
something
work
on
best.
my end.
Okay.
With Troy
Troy,
in charge.
also on your end, do you think you'd be able to digitally make them self-destruct? Or is that going to be more, we're going to need to physically start a chain reaction there?
There is potential. I do not know for certain until I am there.
Gotcha. So we should have a backup in case you are unable to, if this is how we want to go about it.
Okay. I just need to make sure, right? So we start these lithium fires with these robots, right? Like, not trying to get too intense with this, right? Like, we're trying to just fuck the building up and not getting outside at all. Because, like, that's... Like, if it's a lot of fucking robots with a lot of lithium, and based on that one fucker that went off and burnt my shoe...
Lithium fires don't spread. They burn extremely hot, and they burn in their place for a long time without having any real easy means to suppress them, unless you use the explicitly meant to be used on lithium suppressor.
Okay, so if we start the fires in the building, they're going to stay in the building.
Yeah, unless one of those drones suddenly run out of it. Yeah.
Well,
The building itself will likely end up catching on fire if the suppression systems are offline. However, proximity, I believe, is the bigger concern about fire spreading, and from the layout I have seen of the area, there is enough space between the building and the surrounding buildings that a fire spreading is a minimal risk.
can you give me exact numbers on that? How far is it? Like, I don't know. I'm trusting you, Troy. I don't want to accidentally get too close.
To be fair, you just walked it.
Yeah, that's fair. How far would I know it to be that high? Like between the other buildings and shit?
It's like you literally just walked it.
Look, I'm stupid. Fuck you. Okay, I'm allowed to be retarded. I'm allowed to have one retardation per session at least.
There's a full parking lot in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
There is a commercial loading zone worth in another, and a couple of lanes worth of traffic, so you can drive through, circle around on the both other sides. So you have at
literally
least
an island.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have a couple of cars on two sides. You have an entire loading zone's worth in the back, and then you have an entire parking lot in the front.
All right. Patty looks back to Troy. I mean, remembering now that I walked over it earlier, my brain ADHD's out. It's fine. Yeah. So it seems like we could just set the fire, and the fire suppression will respond enough to where it's not going to burn down the other buildings.
And the city itself will care about a fire spreading.
Yeah.
So if the building doesn't put itself out, the city will respond. If that happens, though, who cares? Does someone care?
Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't accidentally set the neighborhood on fire. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna just do an in-universe Google because real-life Google is semi-inconsistent on this, but seems to be. Krill's gonna duck it go and see what is the flammability, like what is the intense flame of modern lithium batteries? Are they capable of melting steel walls and casings? Because at least in our modern time, not often, unless it's a heavy oxidized metal.
Lithium burns at 500 degrees Celsius. Steel melts at 425. I'm sorry, 1425. Sorry. 1425.
Okay, yeah. That sounds more, yeah. Okay, so the building itself is safe and will contain the fire.
Even better, then we just basically set the inside on fire and just let it fucking oven roast for a couple hours.
Yes.
Gotcha. So basically we need the robots to fuck up enough that they set themselves on fire.
Lithium often ignites itself when exposed to oxygen and a charge hits.
Or, from experience, when you poke a hole in it.
Oh, like you just basically have the robots just ram into the ground.
Take
Potentially.
one of the, if they have a leg, anything spiky, just
Just start fucking with each other, just breaking into shit, and then people
Didn't we-
freak out and run out, and then
Didn't we confirm these were like tread or wheeled drones? Because they're like,
some of them are tread and
Lifters?
wheeled, some of them are flying.
okay, yeah, we
But
could
the
probably
wheeled
get a.
ones have big, like, loading claws. We established that
That's
too.
fair. Yeah, the loading claws could probably puncture.
Okay. I need a wordy question, not a patty question. So, robots in the modern age, they are all flying with lithium, right? Just to make sure, pretty much.
No.
Like, no? Okay. So, Patty in this moment. So the question is, so are we sure these robots have lithium in them?
I am not aware. However, there are likely other devices within the facility itself that may have lithium.
Okay. Can we figure out what those lithiums, where those are, and then know where to point our shit just in case?
Yeah, they got a website.
Easy, yeah. Just start looking shit up. Patty just opens
Look
up
at their
her
catalog
fucking-
based
Yeah.
off of battery type.
Yeah, Patty
Sure, we
just
can figure that one out.
Patty just starts opening up and just starts looking at all the things on sale. For sale, not on sale. And just starts sending one over, just like, here's this one, here's that one. Can we start like narrowing down which ones are likely to have lithium?
There are the lithium stuff is the older technology, sort of chemical based battery tech is sort of the. If I were to give it a comparison, that's your internal combustion engine of the day. Most things, like just like a kid's toy, even uses a graphene based ultracapacitor. For its sort of charge modules these days. Allows for a quick charge, quick output. Yeah.
Okay.
And just as a not Karen note, basically batteries are your engine, and when you break them, bad things happen. Some worse than others, but
Okay.
Yeah, like a carbon doped graphene ultra cap. It'll go pop when it shorts. So it's more of an electrical discharge than it is a chemical fire, which is what happens with, a chemical battery. That burns. An ultra cap shorts and it arcs across itself. And so, like, if you ever take like a live wire, like just 120 volts, and short it on a piece of metal, that pop that you see, that welding moment, that's sort of but more, right? That's sort of what happens when you short one of those, is they burst, they pop.
Okay. Patty turns back to Krill and Troy and Carrot. Okay. So, update then. So a lot of that shit seems to be working on looks at the word, graphene ultra capacitor. So more electricity shit than chemical shit. All right. That makes it harder to start a fire in there then?
It does. There's potential. Perhaps we will need to acquire flammable materials from within the store and pile around.
either way, breaking the drones to the point where we are shorting their power supply will be somewhat inconvenient.
So if somebody manages to set off something with lithium, great, right? But just get the drones to go fucking crazy and break, or just start breaking shit. So
I imagine there would be some products in there that would have a battery.
all right. So
And we scoped out the product, so we would be able to see that.
yeah, plus we also have the catalog right here if we want to, so. Alright, so
Big chunk
basically
of the in-store that isn't porcelain or like refrigerators, a lot of that is also flammable too. Clothing, a lot of the food product, the furniture. Yeah, that place will light up if we do get a flame growing in there.
yeah, I mean we could also just start a fire, just throw something in there and say, place.
And just because I feel like I should mention it, the above and beyond is that we can steal anything we want, if that's still in the cards for us.
Do we want to be in the building long?
Girls looking at the helmets. I'm a little less afraid of it this time.
Again,
If we
this is
rated,
best
we
case
rated-
scenario.
if we rated the shipping zone, we just grab the shit that's still boxed up. It's not built or constructed for floor model or like ready to pick up. We just yoinked a lot of boxes. That's still a lot of stuff to flip or
Just, I mean,
dismantle.
we are a scrap heap kind of
Yeah.
place.
Alright, so, okay. So what we're working with is plan A, Troy pops in, fights off, gives a good old 1-2 on the fucker, and then manages to get control of the console, and then if that fails, get Krill in, and then get her to set it up to where the drones start going fucking ape shit, and then we can pop in, yoink some shit, get the fuck out, right?
I'm gonna make something perfectly clear, Patty. There is no way I can make the drones just go ape shit. Not without jacking the whole network.
Okay,
And unless I can figure out how to do that
Yeah.
specific network jacking for drones,
hmm
don't assume we can make them go ape shit. We can shut them down with a jammer.
Yeah. I mean, Troy would have to make that specific. No, he said that's beyond it. Never mind. I'm just making sure I keep track of things. So,
The closest I can do
yeah.
is make a dongle that will override a drone from its side and take network data from someone else and make that one or two that we get to plug into do what we want without any resistance.
Okay.
Then we could make them start busting shit up, maybe stab one of the other drones, battery pack, and hope they start igniting. Push that drone underneath one of the those like tall storage towers, and see if that works. But I do not want to guarantee anything of the sort of us having a mass drone craze.
Yeah. So the question I would have to ask is, if you can take control, how would we? Like, where are we connecting? Like, Troy, you didn't, or like, never mind, me. We didn't see anything like anything was plugged into, right? Other than the person that was in the chair.
Okay. So, more than likely, and Krill starts pointing to the ceiling in the lab, they'll have something like these laid about. And she's pointing to her network booster. These make it easier for drones to receive and get data as soon as possible, update what they need, and receive commands.
Okay.
They probably have something like this, either in the center of the building, in the shipping zone, somewhere on the ceiling or a back wall, to make it so they receive data easily. That's an assumption, though.
Okay.
But those things, so what we need to do is jam that signal to turn the drones off. Or, like I said, dongle straight into one of them and get them to receive code and data from me instead.
Okay. One thing I think I might be forgetting, there was that hidden spot with the frosted covering that I couldn't see into. Do we want to get eyes in there before we do this?
I'm not going to say no, but do you have any idea of how to do that?
Kai, just to remember my geographic memory, was that, which door would that be closest to for the building?
Aspen, you really look like you wanted to say something there. Go for it. Okay. Then yeah, it is directly across from where
Yeah.
you walk in, but it is directly in front of the commercial loading dock.
Gotcha. Okay. Frosted divider directly in front of commercial. Cool. Yep. Just needed to make sure I have that down. So Patty looks back. So we could be. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So, idea. We were talking about making little cameras to throw and attach on sides of buildings. How hard would it be to make a little disposable camera to go back there? And if it gets seen, if it gets caught, it's just a little drone thingy.
I would need Troy to encrypt its input and output, because that is the fastest way for someone with any amount of tech savviness. They have two really decent net runners in there to take the device and just check where it's sending its data, and we are found instantly.
Well, yeah, don't, yeah. Make it so that that doesn't happen. Yeah. But isn't
Okay.
that kind of, like, other than you could see where, but if it's encrypted thingy, it'd be hard. You can't tell what they're saying, right?
I'm going to play a little more loose with this. Leaving a camera is probably not our strongest bet.
Oh, I mean, you have it go in and have it leave, just so we get eyes on that part of the building.
Like a little
I
RC
but
was
also
hoping we could
Less
booze Patty.
worried.
Okay, I was hoping we could booze Patty up a little, attach a camera to her. She plays on that she's way more boozed than she is, and literally walk through the fucking door.
I accidentally stumbled through the commercial loading dock.
Yeah.
Okay, but keep in mind that will get my face out.
I like the drone idea better than that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Drone
Fair
idea
enough.
is probably better because, like, the problem comes is if I go in, show my face, they can find me. If they find connections to this, I don't know, it looks bad. Now, if you have a random drone that can just, like, be a drone, like, no one be like, oh, someone's looking in, but, like, no one gives a shit.
No one gives a shit is hard to say, but yeah, no. Okay, fair enough.
Like, go in, have a very simple algorithm thing to have where to go.
Yeah, like a
And
tiny
if it
little.
gets
Make,
caught
make like
and
a tiny little
destroyed-
crab to walk in and then just walk around.
Okay,
and then
so we're
leave.
going to
But if it
Okay.
doesn't, you don't care.
we are going to make a machine, not a full drone with autonomous.
Nah.
We're going to make something follow this directive exactly without its own thinking.
Yeah, like, to reference what you said earlier, a literal slave.
Ow. Yeah, no fair. I specifically don't want to give it intelligence for that reason.
But we
Okay.
also don't need it to have intelligence.
No,
So-
totally fair.
Just need to get a job done.
So just make it do a pre-made track run and run out and try and get back to us before someone physically grabs it, because it's not
There
going to
was-
send data.
The other area too, right? You saw
There-
through, but you
yeah, well,
couldn't see the hallways.
There's the loading side, and then there's the stalking side. Stalking side.
Well, Chip at least poked his head in the like public loading zone, unless we retconned that. Kai, did we retcon that, or did Chip actually? stick
we
his head
never
in?
sent Chip inside. We made sure Chip didn't go inside.
I know. I'm just making sure. I remember Kai writing notes, so I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that he does
Nope.
have something like Krill's drone screwed already.
No. We didn't see the sides of the bay. We knew there's the front side from the store side all the way to the doors. I didn't see the sides of it. Couldn't get a good crane on my neck. but then there's the dividing side with the frosted. So basically, sides couldn't be seen, and then the frosted dividers also blocked off.
Okay. Yeah, I could
Wait,
make.
guys, say something. Okay, just making sure.
No, I regret speaking up.
I would make at least 2, maybe 3, but at least 2.
Let's make 3 pre-passed cameras. Just send them on their way. Cord and head out.
Yep,
Hopefully,
tiny little cameras.
like, unless they literally have some sort of intercept drone in there, I think they should be fine.
But if they do have intercept drones, then that gives us information.
That's true, too.
And hopefully we will already have them in and give us something visually too.
Speaking of drones, Krill is going to quickly get a fast-forward preview of how they've done in the last bit to make sure any data they sent in, anything.
See, now I'm tempted not to give it to you. Because I've been waiting for you guys to reach a natural conclusion to do something with your drones. But now I feel like I've been told to do it. I don't want to, like a cat.
Damn it.
You
She's a
complain
bubble wrap mom. You've established this. She is going to check constantly.
You have a message waiting from Trix.
Hey, Trix. Let's see what you got.
Flash has been seen leaving the store.
How long ago did she receive this message?
It would help if I could see that. 3 minutes ago.
What
Did
time
you
is it
see
now?
where he went?
Trix is following him.
Yes!
Oh boy. Okay, she's doing what we asked her to, but
Let's
oh
go,
shit!
Trix!
I did
What?
tell her to follow casually. Be careful.
Can you set it up on the monitor?
Krill. Yeah, I can do that, Patty. And Krill sends it to one of the monitors and is watching intently in her own eyes.
Is she... Where is he? That's the question.
Flash came out of the store and got into his luxury Zephyr Dynamics car. It's a electromagnetically cushioned suspensioned car with a organic molding interior that forms shapes to the individual who gets in it. It's an expensive ride. He rides exactly 750 meters down the street where the gentrified apartment complex is. Behind the place is an old rundown apartment complex where a lot of the locals reside, but right over there is one of the newest gentrified buildings, a minimalist design, brushed stainless steel, glass facing front, soft LEDs illuminating the buildings, the building. The vehicle pulls up to the side. Flash gets out and walks through the front doors. At what distance? I'll allow you, Krill. At what distance is Trix following?
To be fair, Krill explicitly said if they get in a car, do not follow closely.
Okay, so then that's about all you see. You know the building.
That's
You know
lot
the
of
location.
information, though. Krill immediately turns to Karen. So, that's something.
What a trip he goes on to visit the store.
Yeah, I know. Has to drive so far to commute to work.
So is he one of those people who pretend to be rich by having a nice car and then are broke as fuck?
Is that a thing? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
people do?
yeah. Like you ever seen people on social media? They're like, "Oh, here's my lifestyle. Here's my luxury car. Here's my bitch on my car," and then turns out they're living in a
Probably-
goddamn like.
Probably owns that building. Just guessing.
Patty, if they own this building, that is just a moneymaker, and we've been told many times that this neighborhood is being gentrified, I
Aaron
don't think
pulls up
Karen is
Duckett's
off on
Google.
that assumption.
Who owns that apartment complex?
What does that apartment complex mean?
It's called the Excelsior, and it's owned by Excelsior Holdings Limited, based out of Berlin.
Oh. It's not.
Oh.
Is Flash on the board of trustees?
Actually, good question.
NSF is a blind incorporation location, so the board is not needed to be reported.
No fuck. Okay. Well, I had to ask.
That's a fair question. Now you know.
I'm still sticking with the theory that he's actually broke as fuck, and then he's just running shit. That's my theory. Let me dream. It doesn't matter. Let me dream.
This city is full of the overly wealthy and abusive. Why would you assume?
While I'm
need-
still on that page, or looking up Excelsior Luxury and
Excelsior
That they're
Excelsior Holdings Limited.
Things Limited, thank you. Is there anything else listed that they own?
No.
Okay.
But give me a roll.
-1.
What's your lore?
+2. So
It's
1.
fairly common for businesses to have dedicated LLCs. So,
But out of Berlin. Okay.
you can give me another roll. You want to see how your luck holds?
Yeah. -1.
Okay. Karen, harebrained idea. What if you just like start calling each of those apartments and pretend to be one of those fucking telemarketer fuckers? Just saying, "Hello, here is our product," and then you just run down the line until somebody responds. And although problem comes, we don't know what. Wait. I pull up the Flash video. What does he sound like? Like I can identify the voice, right?
Hi, my name's Flash Thompson. Yes, you absolutely can identify his pompous,
Yep.
forward, forceful voice.
Looks at Karen. We could
How
just
many? Sorry about that, Patty. How many advertisements have we heard from this guy?
2 or 3.
Guy, just from an
Canonically,
estimate, just
you've seen one. Troy showed it to you.
okay.
You,
that's our
you-
second.
Sorry, I guess a better question is how common are these ads on the net?
It's, not that common. It's not a franchise store yet, so it is sort of a singular thing, though there are certain advertising blitzes I'm sure he's done. So it's not something like you'd be inundated with like Blue Sky products and Real Foods, that sort of thing, where it is every corner, every hall had every sort of thing. It's not that level of campaign, but you would have encountered more than one.
I wonder how difficult it would be to make an AI voiceover trained off of all of his advertisements.
That would be funny.
Because
Aaron,
perhaps
while still on Duckett's Google, searches for who owns the Emporium.
The Home Emporium.
Home Emporium.
Home Emporium Holdings Limited.
Seems to be a theme here.
Just saying, maybe we could call the hotel and get an idea. Because maybe he forgot his keys or something, and they could remind him how to get them by coming to the main office in person. Or any idea. Maybe we could just confirm he lives there, or best get a room number.
I mean, you could either go for the full-on sales pitch so we can figure out, like, what he sounds like and what room it is, or you could go, like, Flash, you forgot your keys at the brothel.
Krill, what's Trix up to right now?
Keep in mind, her monitor is just up here now, that everyone can see. I'm going to assume Trix has not entered the building, and is just, at this point, the moment she lost him, is just looking at the front door. Hey, Trix. Great work. Head back to your station in front of the building.
No.
Actually-
Keep her at the hotel.
Are you
Not a
sure?
hotel, an apartment building.
Or sorry, the
Just-
apartment. Yes, sorry.
We
Sorry.
we
Are
somehow
you
diverted
sure
there.
that's a bit more conspicuous?
Just put
Why?
him on top and just watch.
All right.
There's
Like,
literally
Trick-
drones everywhere.
Yeah. Plus, if like
Okay,
Flash
Trix,
walked
give me-
up to their apartment, you'd be like, "Oh yes, there's Flash right there in that room."
Trix, give me a 360. Go land up on that ledge over there. About the 16 story up.
Okay, are we talking about the Excelsior?
Adjacent building.
Okay.
No, adjacent building.
The adjacent building isn't that tall. This stands out in this area. There's a couple of standout buildings, and the Excelsior, being this sort of gentrified complex, is only 8 stories high. It is supposed to be this beacon of luxury, right? Like it is entirely overpriced for this market that it occupies. It is
Okay.
absolutely stand out. Now, next door to, sort of across the way, would be your standard sort of 3-4 story buildings. So,
Okay. Shit.
I mean, if it's like 3 stories, we're like getting like a decent up and down, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I have a
if we were-
feeling if he's anywhere, he's on the top floor.
My thought exactly. I was hoping to get a view semi close to the top floor. All right.
Patty's like squinting. Are any of the top curtains open in that moment?
Hmm.
Okay.
Alright.
How many of
Trix,
them are on?
What curtains? Why would you have curtains?
Well, curtains inside.
They probably have shutter systems at this point.
Same thing.
Anyways, Trix, can you just give us a 360 spin of the building going up each floor slowly?
I mean, as you go up the building, there's not much to see in a lot of the places. There is the occasional frosted, electro-frosted windows and that sort of thing. Some of them are lit. It is very much brushed stainless steel and glass up and down. You can see into a couple of the apartment interiors. There's usually some modernist furniture going on. A few of them are lit. Most of them seem dark. As you make your way up to the sort of penthouse, very quickly it becomes sort of wall to wall, ceiling to floor windows. Some of them are hazed over, some of them are not. You can see from one of the positions. If Trix sees anything, are you going to? What's the process here? Are you going to be like, stop so we can look at it? Or are you going to just fucking watch a video of what Trix records?
I think it is too risky to have her stop if she suddenly sees him. Because if he catches her, I don't want the drones made so clearly. And if rich people have the means to find shit,
Yeah.
okay,
Like,
that's why.
we can just circle around and look it back and figure out which apartment it is. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Unless he's doing like killing somebody, like unless he's doing something like really fucked up, then whatever, right?
We
He
just
lives in
need
a
the floor.
panopticon. He's always being watched. He's not going to notice one drone.
I guess so. I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling if we just make her point in his window.
I'm fine with just circling around and then looking back, right? I'm fine with that.
You got a reason, Karen? You want to push back? Because
I don't think they're in danger. At all.
Yeah, I don't want to get too close. I want
But-
to get
but
eyes,
they-
but not like fucking straight on the window.
how about this? Krill Ducket goes the anti-paparazzi methods in NSF.
Most of them is electro interference.
Okay. That drone falls to the ground, there'd be enough to fix and restore.
Though, if you're near zone 0, methods change.
Yeah, no, that area, that's entirely different. There would absolutely be hunter-killer drones for paparazzi cameras. That's a much different bar. Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure we
All
know
right.
that.
Thank you for mentioning it.
There's a different rule set for that part of the world.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, all right. Fine, Karen. I don't think Trix is in too much danger. Like I said, there's a chance she might drop and hit the ground, which I'm fixing her, of course. You have to apologize to her if that happens.
I would.
Because she likes you, so please don't hurt my drone.
So then, what Trix sees is a corner through. Okay, so let's just imagine 3/3, right? In the left-hand third of the top floor, you can see straight down a hallway. And in that hallway opens up an elevator. And from that elevator, you can see flash exit into a private foyer. In that foyer is, some greenery, some manicured plants, a little sand zen garden, and then that leads into this sprawling living space. And as he sort of transitions through this into the second third of these spaces, Trix can sort of follow him along these windows, and in that large sort of living space in all of its glory, right? That's where you see the penthouse mirrors the aesthetics of the entirety of the building. It's modernist, minimalist furniture across the board, but undeniably luxurious, but probably actually not that comfortable when it all is said and done, right? High ceilings, designer pieces, you can see just this sort of like the open concept. You can see the corner of a state-of-the-art kitchen with just hot top-end appliances and, a bit of a central island there that's serving as a functional cooking space, but a social hub for the area. And he places some of his everyday carry items onto the counter, and he continues walking through to some sort of private space, and the windows are frosted from that point on.
Well, we know where he lives now.
We absolutely do. We did not gain any pertinent information except for he's got the nicest room probably in that building.
Although, if we want to keep Trix around, we could back off, watch, and see if anybody visits him. Maybe he has a lady friend we could fuck with. Or maybe if he's gay, maybe he has a dude. He needs a good old twink in his life.
Do you think that's going to be any press headline or blackmail material in this day?
That's
Even
not
I
Information.
have coitus.
Information is good.
Yeah,
Leave
I
Trix
agree with
there.
Karen.
Oh,
There is
so
no
there-
such thing as
oh,
useless information.
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
saying that. I'm just saying the intention behind it. Patty was saying it in a way that we were going to catch them in the act, and I feel like people don't give a shit. Information's good. I do agree with you, Karen, on
well,
that.
if we can manage to either figure out who's connected, we can get them to sneak in, and then fuck with his private computer shit. We could figure out some shit about what's going on in home if he knows anything, if he has anything on him.
I just want to reiterate, did we see a desk or computer in that?
Yeah.
Didn't think so. Okay.
Probably in his private space.
Probably, which we did not get. A few on. We know where we want to break into if we want to fuck with him, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just good to know that he's literally fucking just down the street.
Yeah, no, that's got to be pissing some people off.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna leave Krill. I'm gonna leave Trix in a effective position for watching. Do we want me to send Sugar to where Trix was watching and leave the import-export lane alone? Well, no, we still have Snips watching the front door, but Snips
Yeah.
only
Snips-
so good.
Sips is watching front, Sugar's watching one side, and Chip's watching the other, right? Like, we just make sure they're all three spread out even enough we can see.
Yeah.
Like, each door, be able to see either Alex walk in, see somebody walk out that looks like a little strange, a little weary, and then see if Flash walks back in. I'm probably thinking Flash probably got the food from home and then walked out. Although the question comes is, if Flash is the one who got ordered the food, who did he eat with? Did he eat by himself? Because, like, looking at the video, right, Flash didn't look like overweight at all, right? He didn't look like a super fast food kind of eater, just like
No.
normal build.
To be fair,
So,
it was a
yeah.
food delivery service, so you don't know what the food was either.
That's fair,
It
but
could
he
have
ordered
been
a lot of it.
lean. Could have been all lean and healthy.
So
Uber
basically-
Dash.
So basically, he probably ordered with somebody and ate food there, and then headed back to his apartment after. Now the question comes is, who did he eat with? Although, to be fair, we don't know if he did eat with it, but assuming.
It's the easiest assumption, yes.
Yeah.
They're the only one who is there that we know is associated with the business, and Jamie certainly didn't seem to be eating.
Alright, cool. So, I'm starting to feel my brain go fuzzy, like I need a good, exercise trip. Do we need anything else in this moment? Like, do we need to watch the building, particular any longer, or are we just recording the fucking footage?
Now, I'm working on crafting some auto cameras and watching the cameras, watching the footage we got.
Okay. And Troy, you got your shit you need to work on?
I am beginning the preparations as we speak.
Alright. Karen, we good?
I believe so, for now.
Alright, I'm gonna go for it.
Then we watch as the scene transitions over to a shot of the interior of the office space contained within Home Emporium. And we fade to black.